Welcome to Charleston School District Field number 4, where tonight we're down to 4 teams in the 2A state championship tournament. 2 of those teams are facing off tonight for the lower state championship. The Oceanside Land Sharks, for the 2nd year in a row, come in to try and work their way to get their first state championship. Meanwhile, on the other side, the Hampton County Hurricanes, a team that never existed before, a school that never existed before, the product of the merger of Wade Hampton and Estill High Schools, are coming in with their amazing run towards the state championship. We'll have that game for you in just a moment. I'm Robert Brunson here along with Chris Swisher, my sidekick, and Dion Welch. And tonight we've got Scott Krafchick here on the camera showing up just at the last second as always. And Chris, we got quite a game coming tonight.
Well, after we dock Scotty's pay for showing up late, you're right, we do have a great game. The Hampton County Hurricanes, 12-1 coming in. They are a whale of a team, averaging almost 40 points a game. Defense is second in the state in 2A, only giving up 14 points a game.
And if I could interrupt you on that point, we're the number 1 team, but Hampton was the number 1 defense until last week.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And listen, the Land Sharks have given up only 1 touchdown in 3 games in the playoffs, averaging 44 points a game. So it's going to be, listen, it all comes down for Hampton County. They've got a whale of a football player. Zion Dobson, they call him the Z-Man. He is up for a Mr. Football for South Carolina, 1 of 5 finalists. 33 touchdowns on the year, 2,220 yards. It all runs through the Z-Man.
Holy cow. What a productive running back. Something, frankly, the Sharks have missed this year after riding Vaughn Blue for the last 2 seasons.
You're right. And we listen, all respect to the region that we play in, we haven't been really tested for a while since the Sumter game, early in the pre-region season. So this one's going to be interesting. Ben Britton, Miles the Missile Robinson, Maxie Mormon, Johnny Gunn, MJ Jones, Big Mike Jones. I'm not sure that Hampton County has seen a defense like Oceanside's, so that's going to be the big story. Listen, they're big, they're physical, they are going to hit us all night long. And as a caveat, just welcoming in all of the Hampton County fans. We're a couple of Oceanside dads that put together this broadcast so all of our families from here and all over the United States can listen in. So we try to keep it straight and balanced and equal as best we can. But every once in a while, the big dog and I get a little excited. But we're happy to be here on a Friday night, the Friday after Thanksgiving. Holy cow, what a great night for football, Big Dog.
And when you say Big Dog, I want to especially welcome the listeners of the Big Dog radio station in Allendale, the place where I started my broadcast career back when I was 15 years old. Carl Gooding and Rick Gooding have been doing the Hampton County games the last 3 games in the playoffs, and they're not here tonight because they're going to leave it to us and watch this thing on TV.
So you've got people down in that part, right?
I got people there, man, for for more than a century. There's a town in Hampton County known as Brunson, South Carolina, where my parents and generations of my ancestors are all laid to rest, and where one day I will be. And so there's a strong connection between me and Hampton County. And as I look across the field at the visiting stands, I see a marching band, and I see more visiting fans than I have ever seen at an Oceanside football game. Louisville brought a big crowd, but Swish, This is out of control here.
Well, listen, it's the first year for this Hampton County school, right? It's the merger of Wade Hampton and Estill. And they're doing it right. They've got a great coach in Rob Hanna. I listened to an interview he had on Moving the Change today. Very proud, very confident. He's got a great vision. He's got a great culture that he's building, and that all those communities together around should be really proud of what they've accomplished up to this point.
Well, Hampton is a run-first football team, but they also can throw the ball. They're averaging over 100 yards a game tossing it. But let's talk a little bit about the Land Sharks for those Hampton County fans who may not know, or for some of the Land Shark fans who are joining us for the first time. First half of the season was a story of David and Goliath. The Land Sharks were David, and we faced off against some 4A and 5A football teams with mixed results.
Yeah, listen, we lost a game to South Florence, who's in the Final Four, just becoming a powerhouse in 4A. We lost to Sumter, who just bowed out as well, too. But we beat a great Carolina Forest team as well, too. So we were battle-tested up front. And then we get into region play, and it kind of levels off and goes down a little bit. And so that's always been the key for us. Can we maintain that intensity? Can we maintain that competitive spirit? Coach Chad Wilkes and his staff has got have the Land Sharks tuned up and ready to go.
And, folks, we are really ready for a barn burner of a football game here tonight as the Hurricanes get ready to come out. The Sharks, neither team yet visible to us. The Wade Hampton Hurricanes, a team name that was chosen by the community, including their logo, which was drawn up by an Estill fan. 12 players, as I understand it, from the last year's Estill football team made their way onto this Wade Hampton team, and you really do have to credit Coach Rob Hanna for doing a great job this season.
Yeah, I tell you, it sounds like a lot of their skill players come from the Wade Hampton group who, listen, not too long ago, the second round of playoffs last year, came up and faced Oceanside and lost 71-27, and that one has got to sting. It's got to hurt. And don't think for a second that they're not forgetting about that one. But they lost a lot of linemen from what Coach Hanna had said from the Wade Hampton side, but they picked them up from Estill. And they've got some pretty big boys, 300-pounders plus.
Multiple 300-pound linemen.
Yeah, we don't have one of those, so it's going to be a challenge to see. Let's watch Neon Welch from the Maine region of the United States. Is going to keep an eye on the O and D line for us, and we'll key on that for tonight with Dion. But I tell you what, again, from a offensive standpoint from Hampton County, they are going to run through number 22 Zion Dobson, and for Oceanside offensively, now that Edward Reidenbach, our QB1, has been sidelined after the Timberland game. The offense has opened up a little bit. It's more of a balanced attack with running, throwing. You're going to see some rotation of quarterbacks. You're going to see Will Virgilio, number 7, who was the star of last week's game as well, along with number 8, Gavin Gaspar. We're going to keep a lot of fresh legs and keep them guessing. Hard to pin down the Oceanside Land Sharks offensively.
And when you tell the story of the Oceanside 2023 season, it really is a story of 2 seasons, maybe 3. The first segment, David and Goliath. The second segment, we're walking through the region as we always do. Then you have the playoffs, because in the last regular season game, our quarterback, number 1, team leader Edward Rodenbach, goes down, as does our freshman running back, James O'Connor. And so now we've got 3 quarterbacks rotating in and out there, as Swish, you pointed out. And frankly, we've become more of a throwing team.
Yeah.
A little bit harder to predict.
No question about that. You know, we're still platooning with running backs. I think last week we had 5 running backs, different running backs. We hadn't seen. Logan Hamilton got his first score. Cale Gilchrist got a couple of touches as well, too, and scores. So we're all over the place. Quarterback-wise, you've got Will Virgilio, who is the athlete. He's a wide receiver. He's a running back. He's a quarterback. He is a defensive back. Tanner Swisher, as well as Aiden Manavian. So you're going to see the three of those mix in and out of the backfield. Really tough to pin down.
And the captains are coming out onto the field for Wade Hampton, one of those 300-pound guys. Dan Anderson, a Division I prospect, their nose guard and offensive tackle, is out there, along with number 22, their star running back, Zion Dobson. That's the last time I will mispronounce that name tonight. Also, Kayvon Chisholm, number 7, and number 12 for the Wade Hampton Hurricanes is Chris Terry. For the Sharks, our team captains have been the same all season. 2 of them are wounded warriors. Edward Rodenbach, number 1, and Finn Johnson, number 63. But, of course, we also have Trey Brown out there, along with the Army prospect and future player, number 54, Ben Britton. And now we're having the toss at midfield. We're going to get a chance to see who will start off with this game. And you can't see it on camera, but over to the right, the Shark is puffing some smoke, getting ready for the players to come out once all this business is decided at midfield.
I got to tell you, there's a lot of honking and noise making going on both sides. This is going to be a dogfight.
Hampton County just walked their sideline right on the bleachers there. So.
And Swish, frankly, I think there are more visiting fans here at this point than there are home fans.
Well, would have been great to have played in Mount Pleasant, but we're at the North Charleston CCSD 4 to-be-named stadium. Looks like Hampton County is going to receive. Oceanside will be on defense.
And it'll be our first chance to get a look at this running back who, by the way, is one of the 4 finalists for the Mr. Football title for the state of South Carolina this year.
We got a close-up to Mark Rokas cam.
And here they come, the Oceanside Land Sharks running out onto the field. I feel like I lost a little volume there as these guys come out. We've got a sideline cam we're going to have working here tonight as well.
That's the guy we like more than Neon Dion.
Yeah, we'll see how he does on the sideline before we finalize that decision.
That's the Roco cam.
Good.
Referee still standing right out there at the 45-yard line, and here come the Hurricanes of Hampton County. Their first season ever in any sport, playing for the lower state championship, and what a great story that is for the folks down in that part of South Carolina. Allendale, Hampton, Barnwell, Bamberg, the lower part of the state that is often not in the headlines and not in the bright lights, and tonight they are. I hasten also, however, to add that everybody in the country has heard of Hampton County, but that not because of their football team or because of this new high school, but because of a high-profile trial that they've had of one of their local lawyers. And we won't dwell too much on the Murdoch trials here tonight.
Esquire, Robert Brunson, Esquire. That is your profession, is it not?
Yeah, this ain't court TV, folks. And we won't be talking about Illick tonight. We're going to be talking about the good stuff that these Hurricanes are bringing into Charleston. CCSD Field number 5, Antoine Rivens Field, we're going to call it tonight.
Yes.
As we hope to have Coach Rivens, formerly our offensive line coach, joining us here in a little bit. As Quinn Mahoney kicks this one off, it's going to roll into the end zone.
Attaboy, good. We want to make sure we don't kick it to number 22 or at number 7. Those guys are athletes, big dog. We don't want them to get the ball.
So we are on defense first, guys. I got a couple of lineup changes this week. They put Trey Brown at middle linebacker, moved Miles the Missile over to strong side linebacker. They put AJ back at free safety. Everyone else is about the same.
Well, we got Trey Brown is in the backfield in linebacker.
And Trey, of course, has played a lot of linebacker. He's played a lot of running back. He's played a lot of H-back, the senior captain. And now we're going to see what Zion is going to bring to us here 1st and 10. He takes the handoff. He's hit in the backfield. Gets nowhere. Lost maybe an inch or two.
The missile.
Miles Robinson in there. So was Trey Brown. And number 70, Mike Jones in there.
This is going to be fun tonight, Big Dog.
It's going to be a really fun game. Last year's semifinal was not as much fun. It was a big blowout. But this year we got a feeling Hampton is bringing it all. In fact, I don't know the odds on this game, but I'm thinking Hampton's probably favored.
We're 13-point dogs right now, Big Dog.
2nd and 10, a man goes in motion right to left. The quarterback takes it again, hands it to Zion. We hit him! Look at it, he's going nowhere.
Big Mike.
Zion, not a big man. He's 5'10", 175 pounds. And Trey Brown, second play in a row, is in there to make the stick.
Stop for no gain by number 4, Trey Brown.
Hurricanes now looking at a 3rd down and 10 on their first drive of the night. Sharks defense ranked number 1 in the state, showing why.
Big one here.
3rd and 10.
Quarterback in the shotgun. Maybe he's going to throw it. He's the threat. No, he's going to keep
Option.
it. Hits the option. Pitches it back to Zion.
There we go.
He's hit and brought down. Disciplined defense. Stays with the play. And again, Trey Brown, I think, was involved in that. I see number 2, Nate Sturm, also involved in the tackle.
Man, Trey, we have really leaned on him offensively all year and pulled him out of defense because we've got such a great linebacking core. Really good to see number 4 back into the linebackers now.
That was CJ on that tackle. They went on his side. He did it
Thanks,
perfectly.
Neon Dion, for the clarification there. We always overlook C.J. Moscos, but he lets us know.
He does let us know.
4th down and 4. They're punting it. And the Hampton
good
punter
punt.
puts the nice spiraling punt. Our guy lets it go. That's number 8, Gavin Gaspar. And we're going to have it on about our 20-yard line.
That's the way we play defense right there.
What a great stand, Robert. What a great stand.
Sharks defense making a statement right here from the get-go.
Now listen.
And Aiden Manavian, the freshman quarterback, is going to come out number 10 starting for us tonight.
Yep, we're going to see this is a phenomenal defense as well, too. They listen, 2nd in the state. We haven't seen a defense like this, so I think it's going to be a battle of the defensive side to see who can move the ball downfield and get some points on the scoreboard.
Very interesting matchup. The right tackle or nose guard for Hampton is 77. We're going to keep our eye on him. And Ben Britton down there as Aiden hands it off to the running back who's caught and thrown down at the line of scrimmage.
Logan Hamilton.
Yep.
Logan, number 5, who had a big touchdown last week, is tackled by number 50 for Hampton County, Trent Robinson. They play a 4-down lineman defense, Hampton does. They bring an extra guy in this time, looking like he might blitz from the left side. He doesn't. It's a handoff. Will Virgilio, number 7, takes it. Virgilio picking up about 7, maybe 8 yards on the carry.
They're up there playing almost cover 0. They're in a 5-3 front. They're forcing us to throw the ball on that type of front. So
now the Sharks are looking at a 3rd down and 3.5 to go. Just under 9 minutes here. No score in your first quarter. Lower State Championship. 2 teams with excellent records and pedigrees coming in here tonight based on this season, as we have 2 tight ends this time and 2 wideouts. Aiden Manavian, the quarterback, is going to hand it off. Our running back can't tell who it was, but he was hit and stopped. Maybe lost a little bit.
Willio Virgilio.
And Will had a good run on his first carry, but not that time. And now the special teams unit is going to come out. And our punter, Quinn Mahoney, number 83, who took over for number 1, Edward Reidenbach, who was the punter all during the regular season. But Quinn has done a very nice job thus far in the playoffs. And so far, we're playing a little bit of a field position game. Quinn takes the snap, has it off. It's kind of a line drive. It's going to bounce in front of the deep back for Hampton. Takes a decent bounce for the Sharks. And the Hurricanes will have it on their 30-yard line this time.
Ball is down on the 31-yard line.
So Three and out. So I tell you what, it's we're going to see a defensive battle. It's going to be last man standing tonight, fellas.
Yeah, it's going to be some coaching going on here. Figure out where the pockets are.
Haven't seen any passes yet on either side, right?
No.
One series apiece. Let's. I know they've got great wide receivers, so let's see if they try to go to the air here at all.
Hampton County again going to play a little option. Quarterback flips it back to Zion. This time the 175-pound running back picks up about 8. That's the best gainer of the night for the Hurricanes.
Yeah, if they do that all night long, that might be a bit of a problem. But let's see if they, like watching film, he likes to go up the gut and off the tackles. But if they go wide, let's see if they change and alter the way that they're going to try to run the ball tonight based on our defense.
Chris Terry, the quarterback for Hampton, has the H-back moving around. Again, he hands it off to Zion. He bounces off.
There you go.
We're going to bring him down for a loss. Maxie Mormon, number 9, in there for the tackle. And thus far, number 22 has had very little success against this Land Shark defense.
Man, he got pinballed backwards. Yeah. He's a tough kid, man. I can't wait to watch him run tonight, but it's going to be – yeah, he lost let's call it three yards on that play.
Chris Terry's dad or uncle, I'm not sure, was the quarterback at Wade Hampton back in the day. So he's a second-generation quarterback. Throws it quickly out to the left side. Number 1, the receiver. Gets past the first tackler. And then our guys come in and bring him down.
Attaboy Grayson Freeling, number 0 on the tackle there. Great close, great tackle. Did not allow him to get that first down. But let's see if they go for it or not. It's going to be 4th and 3.
Ezekiel Abram was the receiver on that play, and as Swish pointed out, we're now looking at a 4th down, and I'm going to call it 2.5.
Yeah.
It's like they're going for it.
They're going to go for it here pretty early in the ball game, which I noted was a field position game here in the first quarter. Kind of a risky play for the Hurricanes. 3 wideouts as Chris Terry looks over to the sidelines, rushes up, gets under center, threatens the quarterback sneak, brings our guys up, and then a flag comes in.
What? It's got to be on them. They move.
I don't know. The Sharks are clapping. The Hurricanes are clapping. We don't know yet. We're going to keep our eye on number.
False start.
They moved.
Yeah, the white hat says indeed it was a false start on the offense. That's going to push Hampton back 5 yards.
Well, you saw that linebacking crew just completely converge right at the point of the snap, and I think it gave them the jitters, and they jumped.
Boy, you could tell the Sharks were ready when they went into that quarterback sneak formation. They came charging in there, and that caused some movement by the Wade Hampton team.
Coach Dave Salazzo, Coach Brent LaPratt, and Coach Jay Pryor have got these Land Sharks tuned up and ready tonight.
The punter back out now. Gavin Gaspar standing on the 29-yard line of the Land Sharks. And again, whistles are going to blow.
Might be a delay of game, or are they taking a timeout?
Delay of game.
Yep.
Flag on the play.
We do have sponsors today, guys.
Oh, that's on the Sharks, man. That wasn't a delay of game. That's going to put Hampton right back where they were when they were going for it on 4th down. And let's hold off on those sponsors for the moment, as now the Hurricanes have it on their 39, and they're going to go for it, Swish.
Bringing out the offense. It's going to be interesting. Could be an early turning point in this game, Big Dog.
Hampton County with several 300-pound plus offensive linemen confident that they can pick up 2.5 or 3 yards here on 4th down.
Watch the read option here. The quarterback's got some legs when he gets to the outside.
Ben Britton talking to his defense right now as the Sharks going to have to stiffen up early here to keep Hampton County back. Quarterback is now under center. It looks like he's going to want to run it, tries to pull us off sides. Looks over to the sidelines, talks to his lineman. Now he takes the snap. Zion's going to take a handoff. He's hit. He's pushed back. They're not picking up anything.
Let's see that on replay.
Look at the replay here. Let's see what those 300-pounders are doing.
Gain of 1.
I couldn't see who that was. It was the whole team.
I'm deferring to you on those replays, Dion. That screen's too far away from me.
Big turnover on downs, big dog.
Oh, no kidding,
Big
man.
one.
That's a big play here early in the ball game. Last year, of course, the Sharks put up 28 points on Wade Hampton. That ain't going to happen this year.
No.
As we're at the 4:48 mark, there's no score. And Aiden Manavian coming out now at quarterback with the Land Shark offense.
Let's see if we take a shot here,
Look
fellas.
for a pop pass going to our H-back at some point
Sharks
here.
have shown a propensity to throw it a lot here in the playoffs. And
It
there
is.
he goes. Aiden batted down at the line of scrimmage by one of those big linemen.
They have no one deep. So if we can get past that first level.
In the little bit of research I was able to do on Wade Hampton, the one question mark I had was, what is their pass defense like in the backfield?
They play a lot of cover 2, cover 3 from what I understand. They do a good job of disguising it, but if you listen to that Moving the Chains interview with Coach Hanna, they're talking about stopping the run, but
Well, Aiden looking at a 2nd and 10, has 4 wideouts now. He's going to throw it again. Had the man over the middle. That was batted up in the air by, I think, number 42 for Wade Hampton. And that is Cody Seegers.
man, those are scary when those balls get tipped and that's got some energy on it, like floating back. That number 0 or 8, I can't tell who is that in the backfield. Number 0 was, I thought he might have had a chance to grab that after the tip, but let's see how we do here.
Logan Hamilton running off the field now as Aiden stays in. Will Virgilio in at running back. We got Gavin Gaspar over here and CJ Moskos on the left side. Aiden fakes the handoff, play action
There it
pass.
is.
Oh,
There it
Aiden!
is.
Oh, my
Gaspar!
goodness! Gavin Gaspar! Touchdown! Sharks!
All day, guys, they don't have a safety. They're playing cover 0 against us and just forcing us to want to throw the ball, which we've shown in the last 2 playoff games we were able to do.
And it's a 40-yard touchdown pass. Aiden Manavian to his favorite target, Gavin Gaspar.
Great ball by Benavian. Put some zip on it, put it right there, caught him in stride, and he just walked right into the end zone.
Nate Sturm, number 2, coming in now to try and make this 7-0, but a whistle blows. There's a flag.
Flag on the play.
Turned out to a nice day or night here, guys. It rained here this morning. We weren't sure what was going to happen. Sun came out at 4 o'clock, 56. I think the moon's out. It's almost full.
That's an offside penalty on Wade Hampton. Not bad. Dang it, it's not Wade Hampton, it's Hampton County. There I go. I grew up down there, so it's kind of hard for me to change gears so quick about it. A little trouble there for young Swish getting that snap in place, but he did a great job of getting it ready for Nate, and Nate followed through with the big leg, and now it's a 7-0 game. Our old buddy and former Land Shark coach, Chad Greer, is on the line tonight watching us and giving me his texting input. He tells me I need to get a little more excited.
No, more excited. He hasn't been watching us lately.
Hey, congrats to Coach Greer on his 3rd straight title, and another Coach Greer disciple with us tonight, Coach Antoine Riven. Do you want to throw him on the headset?
Yeah, let's see if Coach Ryman's will talk a little bit whenever we get a break or pause in the action. We'll bring him on.
We'll get to our sponsors in a little bit.
Swish is leaving me, and now I got Antoine. We ain't never done this before, buddy.
No,
let's see how it works. Quinn Mahoney putting that one deep, and the receiver for Hampton has it right at the goal line. He sees a lot of black uniforms coming at him at the 10,
There we
12, and my goodness, Hampton County is going to have it at their own 10-yard line. Well, Coach Ryman, congratulations to you on your first season at Atlantic Collegiate as the head football coach.
Hey, I appreciate it. It was exciting. It was challenging, but it was what I signed up for, so it went well.
Tell us about your season. How did you guys wind up this year?
We ended up 5-3. We kind of played a blended schedule, couple varsity games, a couple like JV/varsity games, and then a couple of straight JV games. But we ended up 5-3. Good year considering, a lot of those guys never played with each other before.
And Hampton County now has a little end around for positive yardage. It looks like they picked up about 5 on that play as Chris Terry handed it off to the receiver. Coming around from the right side. Pretty much every play tonight has been to number 22. Pretty impressive running back, Coach.
He is. He, they're doing a good job of bottling him up because he's one of those guys. He get on that edge. He looks real fast, but Oceanside is doing a good job of keeping him corralled.
Well, he's going to take this handoff to the left side, falls forward, picks up. On that first play, they had about 4. This time, looks like they had about 3 or so. Now it'll be 3rd down and 3, and another big 3rd down challenge for the Hurricanes.
Yeah, jet sweep plays they can be deadly.
Yeah.
Coach Robbins, there's some big offensive linemen out there wearing white jerseys from Hampton County. I'm sure you'd like to be able to coach some of those guys.
Hey, I would. Need a couple of them to come on up north, Myrtle Beach. I got some young puppies, but we're trying to,
This time the quarterback, Chris Terry, faked the handoff, kept it around the left side, and a nice first down for Hampton County, their first one of the night, Swish.
That is the first one. I tell you what, everyone was keen on Zion Dobson, number 22.
Right.
Get the good fake, and then they jammed around the Chris Terry, the quarterback, got around the left side, got some good positive yardage there. Great play call.
Yeah, I think they realize they can't, going up the middle is going to be tough. They're trying to stretch everything outside, but I think they're going to have to show an ability to throw.
Terry it's another fake. Chris Terry pressured. That's got to be a flag for intentional grounding.
That number 8 in the area, they give.
I don't see any.
I don't know, Coach. I don't see a receiver anywhere near there.
Yeah, they tried to point to number 8, but it looked like he wasn't close enough.
Yeah, Josh Goodman is number 8, but he was 15 yards away.
Right.
Tell you, interesting, Coach Jay Pryor and Coach Brent LaPrade moving a lot of guys in and out of the DB situation as well as linebackers. Really thinking about what the yardage and down situation is. We're going to see a lot of different guys running in and out on defense tonight.
Safety as well.
Right.
And we've got a 2nd down and 10, 3:23 to go first quarter. Sharks up 7-0. Chris Terry puts a man in motion. It's going to be another jet sweep. Coming this time left to right.
Nice
and we bring him down.
That's how you defend that right there. It's perfect.
Not sure who was in on that tackle there.
Gavin Gaspar is one of our wide receivers is out playing DB in corner right now, so he came up and made a great closing tackle.
3rd down and 9 yards this time. They picked up a first down a little bit ago, the Hurricanes did, on a big play from their quarterback. Let's see what they do here. Coach, what do you think they're going to call?
They got to try to pass it. It's too far to run it. I figure they're going to try to throw something quick across the middle.
Well, they haven't thrown it, I don't think, yet tonight. It's a fake jet sweep. Quarterback Chris Terry, pressure. Miles Robinson.
Look at our coaches going crazy in the box.
No flags.
Great plays, Miles, and I forgot to hit the stinking replay button.
It is bedlam here at CCSD number 4 as the Sharks have a pick 6 with their missile of a linebacker, number 11, Miles Robinson.
Miles does what he does. He reads plays like no one I've seen.
I tell you, that all made the defensive pressure, though, had the quarterback on his heels, and he threw off his back feet, and it was a bad decision at that point.
Chris Terry has really been pressured in this football game so far.
I tell you, get up 14-0 right now with 2:26 in the first quarter. Hey, listen, last year it was 28-0 with about 9 minutes into the first quarter. So I tell you what, this is a little bit of a redo. This is a way different I'm sorry, gosh, now I'm doing your thing. It's a Hampton County.
It's hard.
Hampton County squad, but I tell you what, our defense they have come to play tonight.
Yeah. We knew that would happen.
And Hampton County doesn't show me the ability. They don't look comfortable trying to pass the ball. They trying to make some things up, but I think they're in store for a long night.
We're kind of crowded up here. That's all good. I just got wires all around my legs. I don't want to rip anybody's head off.
It's all right. The worst news of the night is no Indiana chili and peanut butter sandwiches for Coach
You're
Robbins.
telling me, man.
I know. I let you all down tonight.
I know you had Thanksgiving and the holidays and all that. We'll let you slide this time. And, of course, we're so grateful to have Coach Antoine Robbins, the former Gamecock, up here. And, man, the Gamecocks got a big game coming up tomorrow night, don't they, as the Land Sharks kick this one off. We'll come back to college football in a minute as the receiver loses it.
That's
and now
trouble.
he's going to be tackled. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah. Kyle Baldwin on
Let's
the
see that on
tackle.
replay.
Is that Kyle?
Here we go.
We do have a replay. Go ahead, Dion.
That was, I think that was Kyle.
It was Kyle.
My eyes are as bad as yours.
I think they're worse. As that receiver had the ball, hit him, he dropped it, he looked down at his feet, finally was able to pick it up, but he was inside the 5-yard line, and before he knew it, he was surrounded by Land Sharks.
Hey, if any of us old crusty dudes did that same thing, picked the ball up and saw all those black jerseys coming down at us, we might be in big trouble.
Well, and Hampton County got a pretty good spot there as they put the ball on the 4-yard line, but who's counting? As Chris Terry, the quarterback, coming fresh off of pick 6, takes this one. He's going to give it to 22. No, he keeps it. Chris Terry, who had this fake handoff and then bootleg around the left side, worked for him earlier, finds no success here.
This Hampton County team has not seen a front seven like us.
No.
I'm telling you that right now. That's the difference so far in
Number
this
12,
game.
Terry with the carry.
And the Sharks seem to be continually underestimated in these playoffs. We haven't been favored yet in one of these playoff games by whoever does those things.
Doodle.
Wow.
The Doodles doodle.
Whoever's doing it for the doodle needs to get fired because they ain't getting these right. Second down, 8 yards to go. We're at a minute and a half. Here in the first quarter, Chris Terry completes it to his wide receiver over on the right side. He has
Ball.
for a first down. The ball comes loose.
They
The
called it
Sharks
down.
pick it up, but I think he was down.
Terry's pass complete. On number 8.
Number 8, the receiver on that play, Josh Goodman.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. Good
And Goodman gets it up to the 18, good enough for a first down. We didn't think, that didn't look like it was going to work as well, but it did.
He did a good job of breaking that first tackle.
They may have to go to a completely different offensive scheme tonight. Right now, we've shut the run down, so they're going to have to go to that quick game, hitches, slants, a little give and go. You never know, but see what they do on first down here. See if they give it to Zion.
It's going to be another jet sweep attempt, I think, to that number 8. Again, no, it wasn't number 8. That was number 6, Jordan Bovian, I think. But he got positive yardage there. It looked like he picked up 4. Now it's going to be second down and 6.
Yep. Ben Britton, Sawyer Arnold, and Grayson Freeling in on that tackle. They're just stringing them out. Listen, that's it's a pretty good, it's a solid pickup of 4 or 5 yards. I take that every time as well too. But they're not featuring number 22. They keep going wide. They don't think they can run up the gut. So let's see if they try to test us.
First couple of drives, it was every handoff to number 22, and
I think it's the
somebody's
quarterback.
down.
Now, who is that down?
I think it's the quarterback.
No, it's number
Official timeout.
It's like number 6 or 5.
Yeah, number
maybe.
6.
Number 6 was on the carry on that last run.
Definitely 6.
And Scott Krafchick, who's working the camera for us tonight, confirms that is number 6, and we hope he's going to be okay. The Hampton County football team started this drive on their own 4-yard line over a rather disastrous kickoff return, and they've moved it out of danger territory at least. And if they could take this one down for a touchdown, it would make a big statement and change the momentum of this game.
Well, it's going to chew up some clock as well too. We're just under 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Score 14-0. All Land Sharks at this point. But we're going to see, like I mentioned just a moment ago, let's take a keen eye on seeing if the Hurricanes change up their offensive scheme here. Right now, it's not run through number 22, and we all know he's a heck of a player.
So, Coach Robbins, back to Carolina Clemson. What's your prediction on the game tomorrow night?
I like my Gamecocks. How we doing? We know we needed to get a bowl appearance, so I think they'll come out hungry at home, and it should be nice.
And it looks like Jordan Bovian is going to be assisted off of the field. We hate that for the Hurricanes. You never like to see an injury, of course. And Hampton County now, with 25.4 seconds to go in the first quarter, are going to have a second down, 6 yards to go. Welcome all our viewers and listeners from down in the Hampton County, Allendale County area, as Chris Terry throws it across the middle. It's complete, and he has another first down. Number 2 on the catch, I think, was James Dunham Jr.
Just got that on a replay.
No, that's number 3. Sorry, Xavier Garvin.
Yeah, good play.
I can't tell. Is that number 2 or 3? The numbers.
I couldn't see.
Yeah, it looked tough.
Give it 2.5.
It was one of those 2 guys.
Give it the 2.5.
I got a 50-50 shot.
14, Hampton County 0.
And the first quarter comes to an end, and the Land Sharks, last year we were up 28-0. This year Hampton's twice as good, as the Sharks lead it only 14-0. And we got sponsor stuff I guess we need to do.
Yeah, we got to get our sponsors in. Stream wouldn't be happening without our sponsors. We got the platinum sponsors. That's the Revere Group, Longshore Boats, Carolina Hormone and Healthcare, Charleston Adventure, Forest and Zipline. We also have our gold sponsors. That's Sandra Patrick with Bradley O'Meara Real Estate, Bumblebee Landscaping, and our silver sponsors, Rhodes Medical Legal Consulting, Edo Leisure Cars.
And we got some first quarter stats. Go Swish.
Hey, only 1 first down for the Land Sharks, but it was a good one. So we've got 3 rushes for 7 yards, 1 of 3 passing for 39 yards and 1 touchdown.
Oop, we lost our camera.
Yep.
Yeah, we're going to put Swish over on the camera. Hang on, Coach. We're going to just
Where did he
move
go?
these wires around. We got high-tech.
Scotty's going to get fired.
He just disappeared on us.
Well, he ran off, but I saw him say, somebody take over for me. I got to go take a smoke break.
So Hampton County, 3 first downs, 12 rushes for 41 yards, 3 of 5 for 25 yards, 1 pick 6, and I tell you what, pretty much all Oceanside in that first quarter. So
It started out pretty even, like 2 boxers at the beginning of a 15-round match. But the Sharks' defense primarily took over there in that first quarter. Chris Terry again wants to throw it. Has Zion over on the left side. If he had caught that, it would have been all the way, guys.
Yeah, great bubble route coming out of the backfield, and he was unaccompanied.
Closest man to him was number 33, Cale Gilchrist, linebacker for the Sharks. He's in there along right now with Trey Brown and Miles Robinson at the linebacker spot. Our defensive linemen, Ben Britton, Mike Jones,
Sawyer
Arnold.
Maximum.
There you go. Thanks, Coach. Number 9 over on the left end position. Chris Terry, bubble screen, right side, has it completed. He's trying to get past the Sharks, but he can't do it. Look at all those black uniforms.
They continue to pick on CJ, and he continues to shut him down.
Yeah, he trashed the receiver and made a good play.
There were 9 black jerseys around that ball.
Right.
There were 9.
This defense is converging on the play like I've never seen before as Johnny Gunn comes in to take over for Cale Gilchrist at linebacker. And the the Hampton County Hurricanes have it 3rd down and 8 to go. Old habits die hard. When I was at Allendale Fairfax High School, we were in the same conference with Wade Hampton and Barnwell.
Bubble screen.
Chris Terry throws it over to the head of his receiver, no flags, and C.J. Moskos thwarted that throw to number 1, Hezekiah Abram.
Hey, let's. I don't think Coach Rivens knows this, but when you were at Allendale, you were not a football champion.
No, I was not.
And
My son's a pretty good football player. I was not.
You were a debate champion.
Debate champion.
That's right.
Wow.
I'm the all-time winningest debater in Allendale Fairfax history. That's my only claim to fame in life.
Silver-tongued big dog.
And the Hurricanes are going to have to punt it now as they have a 4th down and 8 with 11:06 to go in the first half. They're moving guys around
the clock
out there, but I don't think they're going to fake this one. But play stops
We have a
Flag on
delay of
Delay
game.
of game.
Delay of game on the offense.
You lose it?
5 yards.
Delay of game penalty.
Yep. I think Hampton County right now a little big-eyed. This stage has been big for them right now, too big for them. But they halftime they maybe can regroup. But right now they're a little rattled.
As the Hurricanes prepare to punt at number 12, their punter has a high deep one to Gavin Gaspar.
Go,
Fair
Gavin.
caught at the 36-yard line. The punter for Wade Hampton is
37
Josh
yard line.
Goodman.
Oceanside takes over 1st and 10.
And let's see now what the Sharks can do on offense. We've got 14 points, but half of those came on a pick six from our linebacker, Miles Robbins.
Good crowd, guys. Some people here in the stands.
Well, I like the band over there. Hampton County brought the heat.
They did.
So, Coach Robbins, you coached this offensive line last year for the Land Sharks. When we have a little bit of pause, I want you to talk a little bit about some of these guys, Mike Jones, Ben Britton, and the other guys out there on that line. As we're in the shotgun here with two running backs, Aiden Manavian.
Nope.
Nope, that's Will Virgilio, number 7 now, and a
hands it
quarterback.
off
He
pitches
hands,
it,
it's
Trey.
a pitch. Trey Brown.
Ooh.
And Trey's not going anywhere.
All right.
Tell
Mike-
us about what it was like to coach Mike Jones, number 70, when he was 14-year-old freshman.
Mike's amazing. He came in last year and just really fit in on both sides of the ball. Offensively, he's so athletic. I think that's what a lot of people don't give him credit for. He's a tough kid, strong kid, but he's real athletic, and he can do a lot of different things. We started letting him pull a lot. He was the guy that pulled the most last year because he was so athletic to get to those linebackers.
Aiden Manavian, shotgun, takes the snap, fakes the handoff. Aiden pressured, and he's going to be sacked down to the 25-yard line. A trio of Hurricanes in there, including number 7, Kayvon Chisholm, number 15, Mandrell Sanders. And a third guy whose number I didn't get. There are just too many of them in there.
Yeah, they didn't go for the fake. They all was coming. They just kept coming. They need the O-line got to hold them a little better than that.
Sharks need not get too confident here in the second quarter with a 2-touchdown lead, as we're now looking at a 3rd down and 20-plus. Aiden is in a throwing situation quickly over the middle of Trey Brown, the H-back. Trey crosses the 35 up to the 39-yard line, but we're going to have a punting situation. And as we get ready to punt, talk about Ben Britton, number 54.
Man, Ben Britton is awesome. He last year he didn't miss a snap on offense or defensive line. He's a true Iron Man, and I'm sure he's doing it this year. He doesn't actually want to come out. He's the ultimate warrior when it comes to that. I haven't seen many kids that play every snap on both sides of the ball. And as a lineman, linemen hit every play. And that's what, a lot of other positions you get some rest. But as offense, defensive lineman, you banging every play regardless of what the play is. So for him and Mike to persevere through that is just amazing, really.
We got an injured Hampton County player on the field. Swish is trying to get his number.
Can't grab it.
Can't grab it quite yet, but while we, and of course, are concerned about him and wait to find out who that is. They lost a guy earlier in the game as well. I want to ask you, Coach, about number 63, who's missed just about all the season, Finn Johnson. I know you coached him up.
Oh, yeah, it crushed me that Finn got hurt. He's worked so hard from where he's come from, and, as a ninth grader, and, it's his senior year, and, he's going to be blessed in a different way, but he's a warrior also, and they hated to lose him. He's a leader and tough kid that surely could have helped the offensive line do better things.
Reminds me of Will Goss going down. I know Finn was much earlier in the season, but having Will, I saw Gabi and Mark here tonight.
Right.
Man, you can't replace a senior O-line leader like that.
Right.
And we see Gabi and Mark Goss down in the stands with the Land Sharks Nation here tonight. And as well attended as this game is by Oceanside, there are probably more Hampton County folks across the field. I've never seen visiting stands that full. I mean, it's amazing.
Number 9, Robert.
All right, it's number 9, Zamon Lofties. He's a safety.
He was playing receiver for them as well.
And receiver, obviously, as well, as the Sharks are now going to have to punt it again. Quinn Mahoney, number 83, comes out. We've got a 4th and long situation. Number 0 is deep. That's Jalen Singletary, and he's going to stand at the 24-yard line. 9:17 clock is running here in the first quarter after that injury stop. 14-0 your score. Quinn puts this one up, and boy, that's a boomer.
Good punt.
He's going to take it, though. Give him credit. Number 0 with some good yardage on the return up to the 39-yard line, and Jalen Singletary is going to give the Hurricanes of Hampton County some pretty good field position. Land Sharks not the only team from the Charleston area in the finals, semifinals, or finals of the Low Country, the lower state rather. Somerville also playing, I think, against White Knoll tonight. Hopefully we can get some scores as we go along here. As the Hurricanes in their white jerseys and blue uniforms, they got Carolina blue helmets and royal blue pants. Chris Terry hands it to Zion, number 22, and boy, are we on that guy tonight. Johnny Gunn.
Stopped by number 30.
Yeah, Johnny Gunn, number 30, the linebacker in there.
Yeah, they have truly made Hampton County one-dimensional.
No score in the Somerville game in the second quarter. Now it's 6-0 in the Abbeville game. We haven't talked about Abbeville, who is playing Gray Collegiate tonight. We did talk about them earlier, actually. They're playing for the Upstate Championship. Whoever wins this game is going to face one of those two next week. Chris Terry fakes the handoff. Yeah. He's going around the right side. He's got room. Number 1 gives him a good block. Oh my goodness, the cornerback fought off that block.
I tell you, that was awesome. He beat the blocker.
CJ,
Carried by number 12, Terry.
Got rid of the blocker.
3, CJ Moscos.
they're doing a good job using 22 as a decoy up the gut, right? And then all of a sudden they pull the ball, and he's around the end.
Right.
Hard to defend when he's one-on-one, but CJ fought that block off.
3rd and 3.
Great tackle.
It was.
Trey Brown comes out of his middle linebacker spot. Cale Gilchrist goes in. Cale's going to take the middle linebacker spot. We got the missile. Number 11, Miles Robinson on the right side. Johnny Gunn on the left. C.J. Moskos on the left side. Cornerback Nate Sturm over here at the bottom of your screen on the right. And sure enough, Hampton County calls a timeout as they want to think about this call on a 3rd down and 4. Coach, what do? You got a 3rd down and 4 close to midfield. Maybe you have 2 plays here to get a first down. What are you going to run?
I think they're going to try a play action quick pass like they did earlier. Try to hit a slant or something because
well, that's working for them.
Yeah, that's been working for them, but those screens hadn't really been working. So I think they'll try a little play action. It might be a read for the quarterback. If the linebacker come forward, he throw it. If not, he give it to the running back. But I think they're looking to throw a quick slant off play action.
And, Coach, your old buddy and head coach Chad Greer is watching us tonight. You got anything you want to say to Coach Greer?
Oh, man, congratulations. Congratulations on his 3rd championship. Another fine job by he and his staff. Man, they done a great job. They lost to that team earlier in the year and went back and claimed the championship. So that was.
We were watching it here, 21 seconds. We were watching it right here, and it was great to see him get that 3rd victory.
3rd and 4 now. Hampton County quarterback Chris Terry gives it right up the gut.
Okay.
Nope.
And this time, it's going to be close.
Short.
Where they spotted, he got it.
Zion Dobson, the running back, and they spotted him short.
Oh, they did. I see the box. Yep, they did.
So now it's 4th and 1, and I said it was a situation where they might have 2 plays.
Yeah.
Sure enough, that's what it's going to be. 4th down and 1, clock running, 7 minutes, 2nd quarter.
Quarterback sneak.
And I second that thought as we see Terry, the quarterback, come in there under center, but it's going to hand off.
He got it that time. Wow.
He got it. He picked up 2 or 3, enough to cross the midfield point. And Hampton County Hurricanes are trying to put some points on the board here for the first time tonight.
Look for play action this time.
Yep.
They're gonna pull it and throw it.
Yep.
Well, if they thought that number 22 was going to come in and run for 200 yards, that seems to have been a notion dispelled here.
Yes. That front seven is tough.
Chris Terry back in under center now, pitches it back to Zion.
block.
And he's
good
probably
God.
going to run
Okay,
this for a
touchdown.
touchdown just to prove me wrong.
Oh, good play. That's that Grayson. Who's that made that tackle? That was a touchdown.
Yeah, Grayson.
Safety Grayson Freeland.
Yeah.
Good call, coach. Tackles
Yeah.
him at the 10, or it would have been a TD.
Yeah.
That's how electric he was. But let's not miss, there was an O-line that pulled out and just sealed that edge and got it.
Someone blocked our cornerback over there from Brown's back.
And Zion Dobson, I've seemed to have the same magic with him as I did with Vaughn Blue, only in reverse.
Knock it off, big dog. Knock it off.
Anytime I would say Vaughn Blue wasn't doing much, he proved me wrong. Shotgun formation now for Chris Terry. He's got a big old H back in there. Looked like somebody moved early to me, but it's a handoff.
Oh, he's running.
Zion Dobson moving forward. They have a first and, I guess they call it a first and goal.
Yeah.
If so, it was right on the 10-yard line. So now it's second down and goal at the 6.
Yeah, Zion has quick feet in there. He does a good job stepping over and around stuff. I thought they had him bottled up, but he got out of it.
Travis Anderson into the game. Sawyer Arnold got hurt 3 or 4 plays back. Looks like his wrist or his hand or something going on.
Hampton County wanting to put their first points on the board of the night. Terry takes the snap, but the whistle blew early, and we had a timeout.
Okay.
So there was no flag there. Sharks with their first timeout of the first half.
Neon sponsors.
Good timeout there. It's a good time for a timeout. Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk about our silver sponsors. That would be S&R Strength and Recovery, Access Endurance Coaching, Gilchrist Masonry and Pools, and our tailgate sponsors today. Thank you to our exclusive tailgate sponsors, Kingswood Custom Homes, Ben Franklin Plumbing of Charleston, our Feed the Sharks before and after the game, sponsored by the Black and Blue Booster Club.
You know what I like to say about our tailgate sponsors? They like to party.
Well, speaking of tailgating, guys, I got here about 45 minutes before game time tonight, a little earlier than usual. And the parking lot was jammed. There were hamburgers being grilled left and right. This Hampton County crew came here, they tailgated, they brought their whole fan base here, and just give these guys a lot of credit in their first season of having a school and having a football team for making it this far and giving the Sharks their toughest game thus far in the playoffs.
Empty
Chris
backfield.
Terry, puts a man in motion as they got a second down and goal on the 6. Terry fakes, it's a handoff.
Good job, Ben. Oh, I thought Ben had it.
He's coming around. He tried to get on the end zone, but he's going to be short.
Ben about made it.
That was a wide receiver from over on the right side. I'm
Number
trying
10.
to get his number.
Number 10.
I think he ran about 40 yards to get 2.
If
Listen,
it's number 10, that would be Desmond Mathis.
I like the props for Hampton
It's on the
County's tailgating, but Sumter takes the cake for us.
Third down. 2.5, it looks like to me. And goal for Hampton County. Of course, they're going to go for it if they don't get it here, as they did to pick up a critical first down.
They running right behind 7 with 22. They going to blast it up the middle.
7, their H-back, but a flag comes in. What's that, Swish?
Flag on point.
Let's see where this one's going to go.
Offsides on Oceanside.
Yes, it is. It's only going to be half the way to the goal.
Yeah. It's not a bad penalty.
Yeah, not so bad. So it'll make it third down.
Might change their play, though, the quarterbacks.
The old
yardage.
push.
Yeah.
I'm betting on number 22 getting his hands on it here at this point.
That ball is about on the 6-inch line.
Yeah, I think they're going to goose it in the.
Look at 57. Their center is a beast. They're going shotgun.
Oh, shotgun, really?
And it is 22,
And, he
Zion
had a
Dobson,
touchdown.
who makes his way into the end zone behind the right guard. as the referee's hands go up and Hampton County cuts the Oceanside lead in half, or they will if they can make the extra point. It'd be nice if we could have some scores from some of these other games going on. There's somebody up here who's not doing anything.
I got White Knolls 7, Somerville 0.
All right, thanks. Do that again, Dion.
White Knolls 7, Somerville 0.
Still 0.
And Abbeville 6-0 over Gray Collegiate. And as we get ready for this extra point, Coach, I want to give you a second to think about this. You know, it's a possibility that Gray Collegiate and Oceanside could be two charter schools playing for the state championship for the first time if both win, and we're not presuming anything.
Right.
But you're, of course, also coaching a charter school up in Myrtle Beach as number 20 kicks the extra point. Wow. And it's good. That's Kayvon Chisholm. But, Coach, you were here when Oceanside started this school.
Yeah.
And I can't remember, was it 2015 or 16?
17. It started in 16, but we came in 17.
So tell folks what it was like the first couple of years.
It was rough in terms of we had to get back. The first season they had before we got in 16, they lost all 10 games. And 17, when we came in, we had a payback retribution tour. We got 7 of those 10 opponents back in terms of defeating them. But, you know, it was exciting to see how it went from people not believing until people really expecting to win, going out there each Friday night to where it is now. You expecting to win each game you play. That's what I'm trying to build up there at Myrtle Beach at Atlantic Collegiate, to try to get these guys the culture to understand what it has to take, which is work, to get to that point. Oh, man.
Number
Pooch
54
kick. Might
with
get
a
it.
short
Better get it.
kickoff,
Oh, go.
picked up by the up man, and that was an intentional short kick.
Yes, yeah.
Hampton County hoping they could get to the ball before Oceanside could.
Grayson Freeling on that pickup. I noticed on watching some film earlier, they do not kick deep. They like those little pooches. That was in coffin corner right there.
Yeah.
I've seen that kick before a lot by you and I.
Yeah.
Back in our coaching days. Outside kick, pooch kicks.
Emmanuel Barco Santiago is the kicker there for Hampton County as the Sharks trot out onto the field.
Dion, that works 60% of the time. It works 100% of the time.
All right, we got to drive here. Got 5.5 minutes left in the half.
Is that Aiden Innick, quarterback?
Virgilio.
Will is number 7. He's going to run it. Will, more of a runner than any of the other quarterbacks we have here. Picked up a little bit, but not much.
They
Yard and a half.
David coming back, Aiden and now.
Well, he picked up more than I thought. They gave him 2 or 3 on that, so let's call it second down and 8.
Looks like we've got number 52 in on our line. I think that's one of the Crady boys. It is no. Charlie Bean.
Bean.
Yeah, Bean.
Bean is 2-minute man.
Get off the field. Now Aiden Manavian, the freshman quarterback, is back out there with a running back, and he hands it off.
Ball's out.
Fumble.
He fumbled it.
Oh, God.
Hampton County
They
has
got
it. They're bringing it upfield, and Hampton County with a big turnover.
Big turnover.
Oh, my goodness. The Hurricanes, with great field position now, are going to have it at Oceanside's 25-yard line at the 4:37 mark, first half. Wow. Oceanside, of course, scored one of our 2 touchdowns on a Miles Robinson pick 6, and this time the always reliable number 7 coughed it up. Hampton County coming fresh off a successful drive where they put their first 7 on the board, now wanting to even things up before halftime.
Got to hold tight here. 4 minutes and 37 seconds left.
Chris Terry, low snap, throws it down the left side, intended for number 1, well covered.
Should have picked it off.
Ezekiel Abram was the intended receiver, but I think Nate Stern was with him.
They took a shot.
I like that. The turnover, you got momentum, take the shot deep. Why not?
But as a result of that incomplete pass, now Hampton has a 2nd and 10, but they also stop the clock. Plenty of time to go here. 4:31 in the first half.
Why didn't they just reset the play clock? It was just down to 16.
Big Dog, I want to watch right here if they use 22 as their main point of focus or if they use him as a decoy and go elsewhere. They're having to get creative against our defense.
It looks like they might want to run it to the right side, and they do. Pitch it back to Zion Dobson. He's tripped up after he picked up about 4.
A.J. Zarzak on that big hit.
Yep.
And first time we've called Zarzaka's name tonight. Good to see him in there. We're rotating those linebackers in. I see Trey Brown and Gilchrist are in there. And A.J. maybe is at a DB spot because Miles Robinson also in there at linebacker.
I think he's in at safety, Big Dog. They got a different package in right now. Nope.
Third down and 7.
They got man-to-man up top. Oh, he's motioning. I was wondering they going to go up there.
Terry hands it to Zion Dobson. We hit him in the line. Zion was able to pick up a couple there, but now the Hurricanes have a 4th and
Miles getting
6.
up slow here, guys.
Somebody getting up slow. Is that Miles?
Yep.
Miles, who is a missile, is
You got to come out.
he's dinged up, and that's not good for the Sharks. They need to stop play here and have somebody check on Miles Robinson.
Good time to talk about our trainers. Show a little logo up here.
Go for it.
Our sports medicine trainers at Oceanside.
Ooh.
What's it look like, Swish? Arm?
I don't know, man. He looks like his left hip. Can't find him. Where is he? He's moving okay.
Yeah, he's walking off. He's right at the 20-yard line. He's limping a little bit.
May have had a stinger. Who knows? Helmet's coming off. I think he keeps going to his left hip area.
Got a college football offer last week from, was it North Greenville?
That's correct. He should have a lot more.
Yeah.
It's up there with my man Timmy Castaigne. Hey, how you doing?
I guarantee Timmy's listening in tonight.
Yeah,
the King.
Big Timmy.
He usually comments a few times.
And there was another Castaigne you coached here as well.
Big Miles, yeah, his older brother. Both great players, great young men.
And there's a quarterback at Notre Dame who you may have coached a little bit as well.
Wow, yeah, Sam Hartman. He's awesome. I talked to his dad today. He got a couple more games and seeing where he possibly get drafted.
4th down and 6 now. Terry fakes the handoff, a toss over to his back number 9. He dodges a couple tackles. Finally, we hit him at the 17-yard line. Or 22, rather. No, 17.
Number 9 lost.
He might not have gotten that.
The ball almost came out, too. He had it on his shoulder.
Down. Wow.
Yeah, that's definitely a first down.
Yeah.
First down.
That missed tackle. He had him for a loss. Missed it.
Number 9 there is Zamon Lofties, and we have really called a lot of different players' names for Hampton County tonight. We thought it was going to be all number 22, but they realized pretty early that the Sharks were focused on stopping Zion as Chris Terry this time hands it to Dobson on the right side. He pulls his way down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Let's go, D.
Grayson Freeling on the tackle.
You know, he's faster, but he reminds me of KJ from Gray. He's patient.
Oh, yeah.
Played at Georgia State.
Yeah, he's at Georgia State now, but he's a patient runner. KZ Adams.
Yep.
He reminds me of him. He's patient, but he can hit that button and accelerate.
2nd and 2 now. Hurricanes want to tie this ball game.
Yep.
Zion takes the handoff right side this time. Doesn't get a whole lot.
Might be a first down, though.
I tell you what, be a look guy. He's powerful.
175 pounds, 5'10". Not a huge running back, but he certainly has proved himself and is one of those finalists for South Carolina's Mr. Football title. As we see where they're going to mark the line of scrimmage, it's 3rd down and inches.
I read where he was a wide receiver to begin with, and he's converted to a running back. He does track on the off-field or on the off-season.
Really?
Yeah, and he's gotten a lot quicker. But you're right, Coach Ivins, man. As soon as he's patient, he hits that hole. It's like he hits a turbo button, and he's out and squiggles out, and he's gone.
Looks like we're measuring here, guys.
And we don't see a whole lot of measurements, but this is going to be one of those situations as the best looking line crew in all of South Carolina football trots out there.
Got Rob Hamilton, Rob Costello. And who else? We got John Rhodes. Who else are we missing, Dion?
I can't see that far. My memory.
First down.
And the Hampton crowd shows their appreciation for that measurement and for Zion Dobson's effort that gives a 1st and goal chance now for the Hurricanes to tie the ball game as they have it on the Sharks' 7-yard line. And what we thought might be an Oceanside runaway has turned into a ball game of tit for tat.
Yeah.
Hampton County not giving up their first season ever of football. Chris Terry in the shotgun. Just a couple guys over to the left side. Dobson, the running back, takes the handoff. He's going behind those guys and into the end zone. Hampton County with their 2nd touchdown of the night. And the entire county of Hampton and certainly the entire town of Brunson, South Carolina, over on the visiting sidelines is going crazy.
We don't want to let 22 get that momentum, man. He is a good runner. Great runner.
Yeah.
The first quarter consisted of a whole lot of 22 trying to get something and the Land Sharks not letting him have it. But here in the second quarter, Hampton County has proven that they can diversify on offense, and that has given more opportunities for number 22 as their field goal kicker, number 20, puts it up and in. Rafe Sullivan.
Hey, they skipped the snap back there. Good pickup by the holder, and then squeaked one in. All knotted up, fellas.
Our
inside 2 minutes, your score tied up at 14 between Oceanside and Hampton County in the lower state finals.
Hopefully we can double up here. We're getting the ball at start the second half. Got 2 minutes left and 2 timeouts. I just noticed there, Coach Rivens, I don't know if you noticed it, it seems like our D-line might be getting a little tired, worn out by these heavy bodies from their O-line.
Yeah, I think it is wearing on them. That quick turnover too, that sudden change.
Look at our receiving team, guys.
They thinking they go onside kicking or something.
We're coming up really tight.
Oh, I guess for that pooch kick because he hadn't proved he'd kick it deep.
54. Pooch kicked it last time. He's going to do it again this time. The receiver has it at the 30.
Oh, go down.
Right, let's go. Come on.
Yeah, they're going to mark him down at the 31-yard line. I couldn't tell who that was. It might have been Gavin.
Grayson Freeling.
All right, Grayson Freeling, number 0. And now the Land Sharks with 1:50 to go. We are able to move it really quickly upfield. We go no huddle, tempo offense all the time. So that's plenty of time for the Sharks at least to get a field goal chance, but let's see.
Yeah, they need to get some points right here.
Aiden Manavian, I think that might be Mike. Into the running back, fakes it. Aiden is pressured. He's going to be brought down, sacked. Man, this Hampton County team is fired up. And number 77, Dan Anderson, a D1 prospect, was in there.
Yeah, they blitzed that time too, and they didn't pick up the blitz well.
Yeah, their D-line versus our O-line. I don't know if we have enough time to rerun and go routes.
2nd down and 15 now. Clock going at 1:20 in the half. Score tied, 14 apiece. And it's quite a football game here in North Charleston.
Sharks get the ball back after the half break, but I tell you what, we might be lucky to get out of here just knotted up here.
Yeah.
Trey Brown goes in motion, the H-back right to left. Aiden hands this one off to the running back.
Come on, guys.
Nothing there.
A block here.
That was Logan Hamilton, number 5 on the carry. That was a very conservative call.
Yeah.
I think we're going to run the clock.
3rd down, 15. Clock under a minute.
Did it just get about 10 degrees colder up here?
Yeah, it did get a little colder.
Man.
That was the chill that Hampton County has put on the stadium after trailing by 14 and now tying it up at 14.
Miles going to the locker room early, guys.
That's not a good sign for us.
It's like Coach Hartman's with him. Dr. Hartman.
walking a little gingerly.
Yeah,
Coach Hartman, of course, is the dad of Sam Hartman and a doctor, walking off the field with number 11 into the locker room. Miles Robinson, our missile of a linebacker, and in all likelihood will be without Miles for the remainder of this game, as the Sharks have it 3rd and 15. 50 seconds to go, first half. Sharks all knotted up with the Hurricanes. Aiden Manavian has gone most of the way at quarterback, puts Trey Brown in motion, and Avian takes the shotgun snap.
Oh, man.
And Logan Hamilton is down.
Got a block.
Hamilton
Yeah, that's
Pull that out. Run it.
unable to get
they
past.
got like 8 in the box coming. They got to do something else. They playing the run
We'll
now.
call the timeout.
Sharks
Hampton County did.
content apparently to go into halftime tied up, not throwing the ball at all there,
They
Swish.
took another timeout, so they're
Yeah.
going to get the ball back with about 30 seconds left and see what they do.
Quinn Mahoney, the punter,
But
coming
their
out
last
there.
time out, they got another one. How many
As
timeouts did
Hampton
they have?
County's huddled up over there on the far sideline. And folks, Hampton County has come in here planning to win this football game, no lacking in confidence, no lacking in fans, no lacking in heft on their offensive and defensive lines and their running back, number 22, Zion Robinson, but they've shown the ability to throw it all over the field or hand it off to different people. Lots of skill position players.
It's like a heavyweight match. Round 1 to the Sharks, round 2 to the Canes.
Right.
One man deep for the Hurricanes standing on the
Oh,
floor.
got him to move.
And that's going to
Flag on the play.
I wasn't looking there. I was looking at the deep guy. What happened?
We had ourselves bend over at the hips, and on a sound, they just stood up straight, and Hampton County jumped on us there.
Right.
So it's an easy 5.
They talking about it because sometimes when you do that sudden motion, that's why the officials are talking. Sometimes they don't allow, because if you make a sudden motion like that, like we did, that's why they're talking about it. They might overturn
It might be on us.
Yep.
And indeed,
False start.
it is. And the deep man for Wade Hampton did a little dance at the 40-yard line.
Hampton County.
Hampton County.
Did I say Wade Hampton again? All right, from now on, I'm going to have to make a $1 contribution to the Booster fan club of Hampton County. When I do that, that'll motivate me, believe me.
Good
As
snap, Mike
Quinn-
Jones. Oh, geez.
Oh,
Tim
God.
Ellis.
He got a
Worst punt of the season. Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
For the Sharks, Hampton County is going to have it as Grayson Freeland grabs it at the 34-yard line just to keep any more damage from happening there. And that was just off the side of his foot as far as I could tell.
Looked like it might have been tipped.
Folks, when I drove in here on Dorchester Road, which is where this stadium is located, I saw a sign that said this is a hurricane evacuation highway. And it remains to be seen if the Sharks are going to be evacuating from this hurricane team or if the Hurricanes are going to be going back evacuating with a loss. Right now, it's all knotted up
Delay
at
game
14
here.
delay
apiece.
game.
1 second.
Yep.
There it
1
is.
second to go. Good call, Dion. And they stop. What the heck? It was 1 second for 5 seconds. You can't do that.
That's a delayed 1 second, I think they call that.
Referees are talking now at the 34. That should be a delayed game.
Okay.
And it is.
Game on the offense.
They're going to march it off and
5-yard penalty.
push the Hurricanes back to the 39, make it 1st and 15.
Does Hampton County have any timeouts left?
Yeah.
One?
They've only called one that I can
I
recall.
think they called 2.
They called 2.
All right, so that'll leave one then.
I don't know.
It's going to be hard for him, though, to just hand it off to Zion or make it much of a running attack with 33 seconds to go. But the referees stopped play again here. And they're having a conference, a caucus, etc.
There we go.
At the
all
39.
that fancy lawyer talk.
White Knoll 14, Somerville 0.
How about an Abbeville score from anybody who's got?
I got Gray 6, Abbeville 6.
Tied up now.
It's at the half.
And at halftime, all right. I think Abbeville was leading 6-0 earlier.
It's like a Ravens-Steelers score.
All right, Chris Terry, the multi-generational quarterback, fakes the handoff.
Nothing.
And we tackle him. I'm not sure what he was planning to do
I
there.
don't know why you play action faking.
Looked like he might want to run it again himself around the right side, but he thought better of it.
Clock's running.
Yeah,
18 seconds, and it looks like we're going to go into halftime tied up here.
Right.
But Hampton County's going to try and get one more play off before halftime. They got 7, 6, 5 whistles blow, and the Sharks call a timeout.
Wow.
Why are we calling a timeout?
6.4 seconds to go, and our defense maybe felt it needed a little bit more time to get organized. Thinking this could be, Hail Mary type situation.
Yeah.
First quarter belonged to Oceanside, leading it 14-0 and looking dominant, especially on defense, bottling up the star running back number 22 and Mr. Football finalist Zion Dobson. But in the second quarter, it was a different story as Hampton County put 14 on the board themselves, and their 14 were all on offense. Remember, 7 of our points came on a pick 6 by Miles Robinson, who's now in the locker room with an injury and likely out for the game. That, of course, is complete speculation, but watching him limp
bite that
off.
tongue, big dog.
I think we're in prevent here, guys.
Yeah, they.
Look at our defense here. We're spread all over the field. That is the definition of prevent.
I don't like this because you give 22 space, he's going to make you miss.
But that's the choice the Sharks made as Chris Terry throws an incomplete pass across the middle.
They're going to try to lateral it, catch it and lateral it.
But there's 2.6 seconds left to play after that incompletion, so they're going to get another shot at a low probability but high value shot at the end zone.
Here comes the triple Lindy,
Yeah.
the old Statue of Liberty.
Let's see, they got 3 wideouts bunched up to the top of your screen, one at the bottom as Chris Terry hands it to 22.
I got some
and
blockers.
Dobson's got lots of
got a
blocking
lot of
over on the right
blockers.
side. 15-10. We knock him out of the 10-yard line as the first half comes to an end.
Flag on the field.
Yeah, I think it's on offense, holding.
Flag on the play.
Decline it.
That was a nice play they just ran.
That's why I said get him the ball, let him get in space, man. Holy moly.
And if anybody knows holding when he sees it, it's Antoine Robbins. Let's hope he's right there.
Personal foul is face mask on the offense.
Hey, that chili would be good
Well,
about right now.
Oh, man, yeah, go get it.
At least you were right that it was on the offense.
Oceanside 14, Hampton County 14.
This is the loudest high school football game I think I've been to as an Oceanside fan. I mean, there are a bunch of people on both sides of the field. They're all kinds of
Having some fun.
bell ringing contraptions, cowbells, I guess you call those things. So let's quickly dissect the first half, and then we'll take a break before the second half. Chris Swisher, your thoughts on what Oceanside needs to be focused on as we head into the second half?
Yeah, I tell you what, we've got to get our momentum back. The first round, quarter 1 for us, quarter 2 for Hampton County. You made a good point earlier. Both of Hampton County's scores have come on their offense. They're getting some juice and some momentum, really going wide. Like up the gut wasn't working for them early, so they went wide, and then all of a sudden let 22 catch some heat, and he's going to be hard to slow down. So our defense has got to get back to being our defense, and then offensively we got to show that we can move the ball downfield. Right now, we haven't been able to. So
Don't forget about that turnover we had. That almost changed all the momentum of our game here.
Antoine Robbins, what do you say? What's going to have to happen for the Oceanside team to pull back into the lead?
I think they're going to have to definitely move the ball on offense. They get the ball back second half, take it down, need to get some type of points to help the defense in terms of momentum, because they early on in the first quarter they made Hampton County one-dimensional. They kind of couldn't run up the middle. They kind of had to do wide stuff and try little passes. They need to get back to that, and I think, to keep the D-line from wearing down, the offense need to put that lead back out there. They need to get some points and get ahead of the game.
And, of course, Coach Antoine Robbins is up here tonight joining us, and we appreciate his help. I also want to recognize a former Gamecock who was on the Hampton County coaching staff, Kenny Harney, a former linebacker for South Carolina, the university. He was a star at Allendale Fairfax and then a 4-year starter at linebacker for the Gamecocks when Lou Holtz was the coach. And he's really doing a heck of a job with that defense for the Hurricanes. We got some stats, I think.
We do, but before so, need to announce that the baseball team from Oceanside is selling poinsettias down by the merch table. 25 for large, big dog, if you want to take a couple home with you.
That's a buzzkill, man.
Hey, I'm just doing my job. Hey, when Money Meg and Hamilton ask me to do something, I do it. All right, so now let's get the stats. All right. I don't trust this first down. We've had more than one first down, have we not?
Yeah, we have.
Okay, so let's forget that. We've got 10 rushes for a negative 7 yards. Not good. We're 2 of 4 for 51 yards. Again, 1 touchdown and 1 fumble lost. And so momentum is kind of slowing down on our side for Hampton County. 10 first downs, 27 rushes for 151 yards. They're getting the machine cranked up. 5 of 11 for 38 yards passing. They've had the 2 rushing touchdowns, 1 fumble the 1 pick for the pick 6. Time of possession, they've had it for 18 minutes. And it says we've only had it for 5. Does that make sense?
18, 20.
I don't know if I'm gonna trust Bill Sandvik tonight.
The time of possession is kind of tough for Bill to keep track of.
Yeah.
I wouldn't trust that.
Well, they've had it more than we've had it. How about that?
Right. Yeah, that's fair.
How about that? So, all right, big dog. Let's go warm up in the press box here. You all right with that?
That sounds cool to me. And
Okay.
I'll be back with some input from Coach Chad Greer when we come back with the second half of football here, where your score is tied. Oceanside 14. Hampton County 14, and I don't actually know how to shut this thing down. So until Dion comes back out here, or unless Scott knows how to stop this thing, we're good.
You see what we're doing here. Mark, we haven't used it at all. What the fuck are you doing? This has a mic on it. We haven't used it. Yeah, I haven't used it. Send you the link. You can touch with the gear. I can try. I don't know if it's going to work.
Music and carols.
It came upon a midnight clear, that glorious song of old, from angels bending near the earth to touch their harps of gold. Peace on the earth, goodwill to men, from hands all gracious King. The world in solemn stillness lay to hear the angels sing. Angels we
And we got just a little bit to go here before we're going to start up with the second half. Hampton County players out warming up on the field. We're doing a little testing of our technology on the fly here. I don't know if Dion can hear me. We're trying to do a phone patch, and I can, but it's faint. I can't hear you very loud. Let's see if we can turn that up. Hang on. You there, Dion?
I can hear you fine.
All right, it's still faint, but it's there. We're going to try and continue to work on this. We got the engineer from NASA, Scott Cratchit, working on it. Give me another shout, Dion. Let's see what we got.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. It's not 100% great, but I can hear you.
So it might be you. Maybe we can check the live stream, see if they can hear us on the live stream. Looks
right.
like based on this here, you guys can hear me pretty well.
I think it'll probably work. I think it's good enough.
All right.
And thanks, folks. We'll be back in just a minute with the second half.
Sweetly singing o'er the plains and the
And we're getting ready now for the second half of football. Whoa, that's loud. Whoa, that's loud. All right.
Big dog.
We're
Big
trying
dog.
to get our volumes adjusted. We need Dion back here. We're getting that going, and we're trying to get Coach Chad Greer on the phone with us here.
I'm here. I can hear you.
Coach Greer, how are you tonight?
What's happening?
I want you to tell us about Hampton County's role in the history of Oceanside football.
Right now?
Right now, you're on the air.
Oh, I'm on that. All right. Well, we were the very first year of Oceanside football. Didn't win a game, and the worst of it was Wade Hampton back then. They beat them about 70-0, and literally they called a timeout to throw deep and score a touchdown. So when I was watching the film of it the next year when I got there, the last play of the film was them kicking off to us, and so we were working out that next spring up in that old gym in McClellanville, and the kids were just really working hard and just trying to motivate them, get them excited for the fall, and said his hard work's going to pay off. And said, man, we're going to be ready for Wade Hampton this year. That's not going to happen again. And after about 2 days of that, a couple of kids stayed behind, and they pulled me aside and said, hey, Coach, could you use somebody else besides Wade Hampton as an example? We're actually kind of afraid of playing them. I'm not so sure we even want to play those guys anymore. So I was a little taken back, but they explained to me we had about 6 concussions that game, and our kids really were not excited to play them. So we're going to play them at Park West, and Dr. Jerry Brown is taking over, and, legendary Hall of Fame, multiple state championship kind of coach, and we'd come off a loss, so we look out. I remember watching them warm up, and I'm thinking, my God, this might be a long night. And our kids beat the brakes off of them, and I really think that was the catalyst for the success we had, was the way our kids played in that game, and it just was all, all success went on.
And, of course, it's ironic that now here we are facing off against Hampton County in the lower state championship. And the score is all tied up, 14 apiece, as Hampton has just kicked it off. And Oceanside is now going to have an opportunity to have the first shot on offense in the second half. And things have changed here a bit, folks. We lost our number 1 defender, or close to it, Miles Robinson, number 11. He's out for the game, we know now. As Aiden Manavian, the quarterback, hands it off to the running back. He's not getting anything there. We had negative yardage in the first half trying to run the ball. And we're going to thank you, Coach Greer, for joining us here briefly for that story. We had to piece together the technology to make that happen. And we were hoping you could join us here live tonight. But
I'd love to have been there, man. Hank got sick. I felt bad leaving them, but I've been watching online. Y'all doing a great job. Pull the Sharks through it, man. They look great on defense. I don't love it being out hurt, but they'll find a way.
All right. Thank you, Coach. Hope everything is well with you and yours. As Will Virgilio unable to bring that one in, a wide receiver screen on the right side. And
sing for that!
Oh, my goodness. I don't know what that was. Something funny happened. Last time we tried that, a Christmas Carol started playing after we tested it, so you never know. But back to the game now. Second down, 8 yards to go, 11-17 here in the third quarter. We've really had all we can handle, Chris Swisher, from this Hampton County football team.
Yeah, I tell you what, we lost some steam and some momentum. Let's key in on that. Their O and D lines are massive, and they're big, and they're strong, and they don't stop. And that's going to be the difference for us. And so we'll see what kind of halftime adjustments we made on both sides of the ball. But
and it looks like we had a holding penalty. I didn't see it. Was that the call?
Yeah, I think it was. Little quick screen to Virgilio, and then there was a holding. It's kind of tough to get a hold, but maybe it was on the receivers out there that were blocking. I don't know.
Aiden Manavian, the freshman, is back in at quarterback. He wants to throw it across the middle.
Ooh.
That was to nobody in particular that I could see. I think Gavin Gaspar, the intended receiver.
Manavian likes throwing that seam route. He's pretty good at it, but that one's a little over the head of the receivers. No one in close location. So now we're third and double on the sticks here.
And the Sharks, we thought, would have an advantage by getting their hands on the ball on offense to start the second half. But not yet, as Aiden throws this one over the head of the intended receiver, who was wide open over there on the left side. I say wide open, but C.J. Moskos had several steps on the defender. And we're going to have to punt this one back. That's too loud. Punt this one back to Wade Hampton. Now, after getting the first opportunity, and I say Wade Hampton, I owe $1 to somebody. It's actually Hampton County High School, as Mahoney in to do the punting. One guy deep for Hampton, standing at their 45-yard line. They're going to have great field position, but Mahoney kicks a boomer this time to make up for that worst punt he's had in his career earlier in the first half, as it rolls to a stop at the 23-yard line. And we got Coach Robbins, who's going to join us as well here for the second half.
I'm not leaving you. Holy moly, that's hot.
That is so loud. That is so loud. We had to adjust things in order to get Coach Greer on the line, and so we're trying to readjust now to get back to where we're supposed to be. We are not a group of professionals like the big dog. We just make it work as best as we can as being Oceanside dads. And now we got it first down and 10 on the 24-yard line, as the quarterback Terry pitches it back to Dobson, and he's got room. Zion Dobson, he's going to go all the way. If we can catch him, it'll be a miracle. He crosses the 10, the 5, touchdown for number 22. And look at those Hampton County fans across the field going absolutely nuts.
Knew it was only a matter of time before he broke one out loose, man. Holy cow. Couldn't go up the gut, but, man, they got him on the outside of the pitch, and then he made a great cut cross field, and it was off to the races.
And Swish, how big is it losing Miles Robinson?
Oh boy, that's that one that one changes the entire complexity of our defense. So.
As number 20 gets ready to kick the extra point, Rafe Sullivan puts this one up and in. I hope he doesn't have to kick a long one later. He doesn't seem to have a lot of distance, but he puts it over that bottom bar and in, and now Hampton County has the lead for the first time tonight.
Now we see what all the hype's about, number 22, right? He got shut down in the first quarter. Holy cow. Coach Rivens, when you get that guy out in space, he is dangerous.
Yeah, they went in and made an adjustment. Like you're saying, they know tough sledding up in the middle, but get him out the edge of space, and that's what they done. Get him one-on-one with the guy. He going to win that every time.
There was, you could see as soon as they pitched it to him on that play switch, there was too much room over on the right side. Right. And number 54, who's a pooch kicker for Hampton County, Emmanuel Barco Santiago, generally puts it right around the 30 or 35-yard line, at least in his first two attempts earlier over on his right side of the field, the Hampton County side, as the coaches over there are waving their arms around. Coach Rivens needs a little volume.
That's 12 men on the field.
Hampton's got a lot of confusion going on here.
Delay a game.
Yep.
So they're going to lose 5 yards. That might help us out, might change their strategy on the kickoff. I don't know. I'm not sure they can.
I don't think he can kick it past 20 yards.
And you never know. Something like that on special teams could come back to be a major factor later in the game.
Instead of putting it on the 30, he's going to put it on the 35. How about that?
Yeah.
And he's not afraid of it. He's just lining up saying, this is exactly where I'm going to kick it. Here we go.
Emmanuel comes up, puts it up, and you're right, Swish. It's going to hit at the 30. It goes out of bounds at the 25. So that'll put it at the 35. And Oceanside now trailing for the first time tonight after rotating quarterbacks in the last couple of playoff games after losing our starter, our season-long starter, actually our two-season starter, Edward Rodenbach. Tonight we've gone all the way with the freshman Aiden Manavian. It'll be interesting here to see if we stick with that plan. And right now, I see Aiden is back out there. And we haven't been able to really run the ball. It looks like Cale Gilchrist is in now at running back.
That is correct.
Put the ball on the 40.
They put the ball on the 40. What's that, Coach?
Kicked out of bounds.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, that put us on the 35.
Yeah.
They're back in cover 0. That slant worked for us that one time to Will.
They must have just marked it where it went out of bounds instead of giving it from the 35. You see what I'm saying? Like it's when you kick out of bounds, it goes to the 35, but
unless that's only if you kick it from the 40, they kicked it from the 35, so everything.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Okay, I got you. Craft Chick's pointing us out. Yeah, because they kicked it from farther back. We get it farther up.
Hey, Scotty worked at NASA for a while, so he knows how to do math.
And which is more than you can say for this guy.
Right.
And there's booing going on in the field. Both sidelines are activated in excited shark strong right formation. We got Maxie Mormon going in motion, the H-back. It's going to be a handoff to Cale Gilchrist, the running back in there. He's not getting up much. No, that wasn't Cale. Yeah, it was.
2nd and 8.
Cale.
So we've been rotating running backs in there tonight. We've seen Trey Brown. We haven't seen Mike Strickler tonight.
No, I think he might have been in a couple plays. I don't know if he's got maybe had one handoff, one carry.
So now we're looking at a 2nd down and 8, 10:07 to go, third quarter, trailing by 7 the Sharks.
I ain't giving him time. Good Lord.
And there's no time for Aiden Manavian. He's struggling and fighting. He gets back to the original line of scrimmage, but that's going to give us a 3rd and 10.
We're struggling here, guys. We got to mix it up, find something different or execute first.
Hampton County defense really shutting down the Sharks, who on offense, guys, we've only scored 1 touchdown tonight.
Yeah, averaging 44.7 points a game here over the course of the year, really opening things up. in the playoffs. But, man, this defense of theirs is impressive.
4 wide out, split evenly now. There's 5 as Logan Hamilton goes over the left side. Screen up the middle. It's intercepted. No, it's knocked down. But that's going to make a turnover on downs as the Sharks are going to have to punt it away. And Coach Rivens, what do you see on our offense?
I think they don't need to panic. They need to probably get a little more creative with the runs, but in terms of the passes, they got to find a way to keep an extra guy in or to slow that pass rush down.
Those big down linemen for Hampton County are really pressuring us as we
Lord.
fake a punt. We got a man wide open.
And it's a penalty.
Flag, though.
I think it was illegal. I don't think he came in and reported. He kind of snuck. I think he snuck off the sideline. They can't do that.
Was it a last-second sneak in?
Yeah.
Intended receiver was number 8, Gavin Gaspar. The ball thrown over his head by the punter, who also plays some quarterback, Quinn Mahoney, number 83, and the referees confer. And let's see.
Yep.
Well, that's going to give him.
It's before the
first
snap.
Down.
It's before the snap, right?
Yeah.
So play's dead.
They could decline it, though. They could decline it.
Does the play die, though?
Yeah,
So it never happened?
They decline it.
So they get the ball back at that spot?
Yeah, they get the ball back. Yep. First down, Hampton County.
So that'll give it to Hampton County on the 42-yard line of the Land Sharks, who have frankly struggled on defense since losing their star linebacker, number 11, Miles Robinson, the missile. And, of course, we're thinking about Miles and hoping he's okay. We got players coming in really late. Hampton rushing up to the line of scrimmage, and we had to call a timeout.
We look out of sorts.
Falling apart.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, guys, in the first quarter, it looked like Hampton was a deer in the headlights, and, boy, have the roles reversed.
You're right.
As now what used to be the Gators or the Red Devils have turned into Hurricanes. They're really stirring things up here in Oceanside land of North Charleston. 21-14 your score. And Swish, we got a little bit of a break here. Maybe they'll have a little bit of a time for our defense to settle down.
Yeah, it's Coach Ryven said it best. No, you don't need to panic right now. You just need to hold court right now. Get back to doing what we're really good at, not try to overthink it, play solid D, get the ball back. But we got to try to manufacture some yards on the offensive side of the ball.
Early in the ball game, the Sharks very successful in holding number 22, Zion Dobson, in check. But Dobson scored a big, long touchdown run on their first play of their last drive. Let's see now what the Hurricanes are able to do as they have it in Sharks territory. Chris Terry, the quarterback, has a man going in motion left to right. He's going to take it, throws it over to the wide receiver on the right side. He gets past the first receiver. That did not happen in the first half. That is the first defender, and it's just a few yards for Hampton County, as they're now going to have it second down and 7.
If I'm Hampton County, I'm going to feed the ball to the guy that got you there the whole time, the rest of the way out. He is electric.
And that'd be, of course, number 22. Really impressive. Not a huge guy, but, man, he's got some speed. Right. And he's up for Mr. Football, one of the finalists. He has over 2,000 yards rushing this season. Chris Terry's pressure. He throws it ill-advisedly over to his right side, and it's going to be incomplete.
That was going to be a screenplay.
Yeah, he was trying to go at the Dotson.
84 is hobbling there.
Sawyer Arnold.
Sawyer Arnold, our right defensive end, who's the guy who pressured the quarterback, is favoring one of his legs.
Big play here, guys.
Yep.
We need to get out of this.
Indeed, third down and 7, 8:24 to go, third quarter. Hampton County come to town, has put 3 touchdowns on the board for the Land Sharks against the Land Sharks.
They might not get it off. 3, 2.
And again,
1.
Timeout. They call timeout.
That is the slowest play clock I have ever seen.
It stays on 1 second.
It skips from 3 to 1.
But it takes 5 seconds to go from 3 to 1.
Exactly.
But this time, at any rate, it forced Hampton County to call a timeout. Swish is coming in really loud. I don't know if you can maybe.
I can't hear anybody. My thing's not even working.
Because I'm feeling it tonight, big dog. That's why.
Which one is Swish? This one? Or this one?
There you go.
All right, there we go. I think I turned that up earlier thinking that was Coach Robbins.
Yes.
Right.
So our defense, after giving up a disastrous run to number 22 on the last drive, now looking at holding Hampton County to a 3rd and 7. And the Hurricanes had to call a timeout as they let the clock run down too far. Almost had a delay of game penalty, which would have been really costly at this down and distance. Chris Terry, the quarterback, pistol formation. Of course, 22 is right behind him. He's going to follow number 7 over there on the right side.
There we go.
Buddy, not this time.
Yes, sir.
I don't know why they went to the short side of the field.
That wasn't smart. They struck it out. Good job by the defense.
Too many Sharks over there. What number is Coach Robbins' headset?
He's 2, but put his mic a little bit closer to his mouth.
There we go.
It's closer?
Yeah, that's much better. Now we can hear you.
Now that we can hear those silky sounds.
We had Coach Chad Greer on a little while ago who told us a bit about Hampton County's role in Oceanside history, which if we have a minute, we'll tell you again, because I'm not sure how loud he was coming through, but Coach Greer, we're glad to have you.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a fake here.
4th down, punting situation, Hampton County. Sharks are going to let it drop, and boy, I don't know why he stopped it there, but number 33 downed it for Hampton County at about the 13-yard line. That one could have gone a good bit farther downfield.
Yeah.
We're at about 7.5 to go, 3rd quarter. Sharks didn't do much trying to run it really on that last drive, and Aiden Monavian running for his life when he tried to throw it. Keep your eyes on that defensive line, and especially big number 77, Dan Anderson, who occupies a whole lot of real estate at their nose
We got a
guard.
slot guy up here all alone.
Yep, nobody's on him.
Come on, let's
go. It's got to be.
Put Trey Brown in motion.
The ball. They didn't even see it.
And we didn't see that one.
Wide open.
And hands it off to the running back. And you're right, there was nobody on the slot man up on the top of your screen there.
That's a 90-yard touchdown or 85-yard touchdown right there.
And now we're going to have it instead with a 2nd down, 10 yards to go, clock running. Sharks trailing by 7. 3 wideouts this time over to the right side. Will Virgilio at the very bottom of your screen. I think C.J. Moscos is up at the top. At quarterback, Monavian throws it. Oh, my goodness. He was looking for Trey Brown, the H-back, number 4. And the Hampton County defensive back was the closest guy to the ball, Coach.
Yeah, he should have hit him quicker. He waited till he floated in that zone and held it a little too long.
Got a man down, number 50.
Number 50 for Hampton County is Trent Robinson, one of their defensive tackles, and he looks like he's in pain. We hate to see that. Hampton County's had 3 injuries that required attention so far in this game.
So let me get to a couple sponsors here. We got the Platinum sponsors. That's the Revere Group, Longshore Boats, Carolina Hormone Healthcare, Charleston Adventure Forest and Zipline. We also have our gold sponsors. That's Sandra Patrick, Bradley O'Meara Real Estate, Bumblebee Landscaping, and our silver sponsors, Rhodes Medical Legal Consulting and Edo Leisure Cars.
So the momentum in this game has rocked back and forth. It started out first quarter with the Sharks looking like they were going to do something close to what they did last year to this Hampton County team. Back then it was Wade Hampton. And the Sharks came out with a 28-0 lead in the first quarter. Tonight they had a 14-0 lead, but in the second quarter, Hampton County posted 14, and we went into halftime all tied up. But in the third quarter, on a big long run by the highly talented and honored running back number 22, Zion Dobson, he put a long run on us to start their first drive of the second half and put Hampton County in the lead, 21-14. And now We got a Hampton County player down on the field.
Pickle juice. He needs pickle juice.
Swish says he's got cramps. We hope that's all it is. We want all their players healthy. We want all the Land Sharks healthy.
Nah, he was holding his knee. So
he's hobbling off the field. That looks like more than a cramp to me. And so now the Sharks have had a chance with a little more time here to think about what to do. Facing a 3rd down and 10, a fairly important time in the ball game at 6:55 to go, 3rd quarter. I think that's Logan Hamilton in at running back. Aiden takes the snap, wants to throw it over to the left side.
Nice catch.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, Gaspar, he's going to go, folks. What an incredible catch. 10-5, touchdown. Wow, I hope we have a replay of that one.
We caught the end of it.
That's
that was such a
Moscow's.
long play. What a great catch.
CJ.
Is that CJ?
Yep.
I miss it every
Unbelievable
time.
catch.
What? How did he catch that ball?
Bobbled.
Swish?
He just stayed with it. Fantastic grab.
Wow, fantastic. He kept concentrating. The guy hit it, he bobbled it, and he got it again.
Yeah, I thought it hit the defender, didn't it, Coach?
Yeah.
So I don't know, guys. But credit CJ Moscos, the guy who needs a new number so I can distinguish him from number 8. But he's number 3, and he plays both ways. And, man, did he just have maybe the play of the season for the Land
That was a
Sharks.
game changer.
Yep.
That was the momentum change we needed right there.
And your scores now tied up 21 apiece as each team has demonstrated they have the opportunity for the big play. Sharks through the air, Hurricanes on the ground. And now the Hurricanes are going to get another shot with our defense trying to repeat what they did on the last Hampton drive, and that is stopping them. Can't say enough about this Hampton County fan base. The school didn't exist before this year. It's their first season of football ever, but of course they are a combination of 2 high schools, Estill, the Gators, and Wade Hampton, the Red Devils. They're still going to use 2 basketball gyms, apparently. They're old classic
Put one in the end
basketball
zone here.
gyms, really loud. As Quinn Mahoney kicks it deep, picked up. No, it's bounced off the Hampton County receiver. He's tripped up. Flies forward. Let's see where the referees are going to mark that. It'll be at the 23-yard line, and that's where the Hurricanes will have it. Both of those basketball gyms, Estill and the old Wade Hampton, are loud places to play high school basketball. I'll tell you that from personal experience of being there. But let's see now what this brand new high school can do in the final stretch against Oceanside, who's been here before.
There we go. There we go.
Chris Terry faked the handoff to Zion, then stumbled forward for maybe a little gain. Ben Britton, 54. The guy who's going to be at West Point next year playing college football on the stop. One of our other former guys I want to mention, Carson Arnold, who's now a defensive lineman for the Citadel, was the all-freshman Southern Conference player. And congratulations to Carson on that honor. No surprise there. Zion.
Nice.
Oh, my goodness. He squared
That's
up.
got to be Kale.
Nope. Maxie.
Max. They moved him to linebacker. Okay.
Maxie Mormon,
Yes, sir.
number 9 in there, makes the stop as he squares up against
Here we go. Let's
a
go.
potential Mr. Football. And now Hampton County has it 3rd and 7.5.
Boy, put Ben Britton out at that D end, brought Carson Lee in on the interior and moved Maxie back to linebacker. Man, is he making a difference there with Miles gone.
Coach LaPrade, the defensive coordinator, moving things around to make up for the loss of Miles Robbins. Man goes in motion.
What's the option here?
3rd and 10. It is the option. 22.
Nothing
That's
there.
it.
Yeah. Ben
That's
did a
what we
good
needed
job
right
of
there.
playing it.
Last time Zion Dobson tried to get around that right side, he galloped all the way into the end zone, but not this time.
Huge 3 and out there, guys.
Yes.
That's 2 in a row, and now it's 4th and 9.5, and Hampton County is going to have to punt it. Gavin Gaspar will stand on the 35-yard line as these two teams trying to get into the state championship game are tied up at 21 apiece. Hopefully we'll have a score, and we do now. 20-12. Gray Collegiate
Tough
leading.
snap.
leading.
Oh, blocked it! Blocked!
He got
Blocked!
it. Touchdown!
Give it to us!
Touchdown! Oh, flag.
Logan Hamilton with the recovery
There's a
and
flag. There it is on the replay.
Logan with the recovery and the spike. That's the flag.
Yes! That's what we needed right there. Huge.
I was entirely unnecessary on that call. As I think you all could see what was happening.
Wow. Huge
Boy.
change of momentum right there, guys.
Big special teams play. Earlier, the Sharks had a big special teams attempt that was unsuccessful when we tried a fake punt. But here we blocked a Hampton County punt. We're going to have an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty marched off against us.
Is that on the kickoff or the extra point here?
It'll be on the kickoff.
So here, Nate Sturm with Tanner Swisher holding is going to try and put the Sharks up by a full 7 points. And wow.
That was a low snap, and the guy just did not field it cleanly.
And Nate, who's
Money.
Mr. Reliable, puts it up and in.
What would you like, sir?
28. Hampton County, 21.
He's
I don't
number
know what
3.
headset this is.
I
He's
guess
too loud. He's too loud.
I'm 4.
Swish is too loud.
I'm
That's what
4.
I'm trying to tell you. Our production crew's working overtime here tonight, man.
My headset just won't work. You guys can hear me, but I can't hear you half the time.
Well, somebody needs to invest in a new headset. Whoever calls Hampton County, Wade Hampton next is going to buy one.
Hey, listen, we just went 2 series, 3 and out on defense. Defense has led us all season. Right there, huge flip of momentum for us. We go down, we score, and then special teams coming up big. Let's bury this right down on the 10-yard line here. Bring our D back out.
And really, it has been a game of momentum swings, you know. Sharks had it all first quarter. Hampton County had it all second quarter. Third quarter, Hampton County comes in with a long touchdown, but since then we put 2 more touchdowns on. And Quinn Mahoney kicks this one off. Hampton County guy, number 9, has it at the 20-yard line. He's got a good run back.
Yes! Oceanside got it.
And it's a big fumble by the Hampton County receiver.
Number 3,
CJ Moscos, who's maybe the player of the game here so far, recovers that fumble, and what a big play. Chris Swisher, your thoughts?
Well, it's good that we're giving CJ credit, because if we didn't, we'd hear about it after the game. So, man, come up with that great concentration on the catch, and then the special teams play on the recovery. I mean, the momentum swings have just been crazy, haven't they?
Yeah.
Round 1, Oceanside. Round 2, Hampton County. Round 3, giving it to Oceanside so far.
And Zamone Lofty's number 9 looked like he was going to have a big return there until he coughed it up. Fake to Cale Gilchrist. Pass to number 4, Trey Brown. Trey has about 15 yards there and a first down for the Land Sharks. All the momentum now in favor of the team wearing all black.
Yes, sir.
The banging first down. Let's go.
Need a score here to take the life out of them.
Hampton County on their heels now as the freshman quarterback, Aiden Manavian, throws it over to the right side. Will Virgilio, number 7. Another first down. All the way down to the 27-yard line.
Hold that ball. Protect that ball.
Stopped at the 28-yard line.
Coach Ryman's, how much difference does it make to the players on the field to have momentum?
it makes everybody lock in even more when you got that momentum. You're really trying to do your assignment and really make that play.
4 wide out, split evenly. Aiden wants to
protection.
throw it over the head of Will Virgilio, and he didn't have any time earlier. Oh, my goodness.
Flag on them after the play, yes. 15 yards.
Is that number 7? I heard I was talking to a BE coach in the press box, and he mentioned something about him.
Well, he just slung our player down after the whistle.
Okay, in all fairness, I don't think he threw one of our linemen back that far, Coach. Does he get an Academy Award?
Hey, whatever it takes.
Let's see, the referees are talking about it.
Nah, they called it flag on number 7, personal foul.
And you're right, they're marching it off. That's a big 15 yards. Hampton County starting to fall apart here a little bit, Swish.
Yeah, hey, we're capitalizing on it as well, too, right? So all about composure.
First and 10 from the.
And we're going to have it now. That's me you turned down, I think. We're going to have it on the 13-yard line. Swish is too loud is what I'm telling you. Turn down the volume on his.
Nice play again.
Trey Brown on the reception. Oh, he's trying to get in the end zone. Did he get there?
Yeah.
Yes, the referee's hands go up. And a pass from Aiden Benavian to number 4, Trey Brown, the senior captain, and he puts it in the end zone. So the Sharks are now up 34-21.
Yes, sir. Nice play. They came back to it. A little boot action.
Oh, my goodness. This drive for the Land Sharks, just incredible after a big special teams play, a fumble by the Hampton County kickoff returner, and we put another one in the end zone, and now how times change.
With 3:15 left in the third quarter, your score
Sharks up again by 14 points.
County 21.
Yeah.
I thought Dion had quit. Thank goodness he didn't. I was going to have to get Mark to come up here from the sidelines.
Swish is number 2. Swish is too loud. You're too loud, Swish.
All right. We used to have numbers on. I keep looking for everybody's number on their headset. Somebody took the numbers off or something.
Well, they're all screwed up. I just walked away. My headset wasn't working.
Well, you know what? I say it's all Mark's fault. As I've been saying all season, we just need Dion back up here.
Yeah.
And everything will be smooth.
We got the Roco cam, I think, is that what we call it?
The Roco cam.
Yeah,
he's having some fun down there. He's enjoying himself.
Is that what we're looking at?
That's him, yeah.
That's Mark down there.
Used to be formerly the Ham cam.
So Quinn Mahoney kicks it off, and man, this is a boom.
Nice.
Over the head of the receiver into the end zone, touchback, Hampton County, and that's really what we needed right there, isn't it?
I think we're amped up right now, boys.
Don't want any kind of run back return, so let's get them started at the 20. Let's see how we're going to fill in for, like Coach Raven said it best, just take the steam or take the wind out of them, right?
Yeah.
Man, you punch that one down and throw it like now you're 2 scores down with 3 minutes to go. Tough.
I see Miles Robinson down there on the sidelines.
Yeah, he's in street clothes, but he's still trying to coach and get everyone amped up.
Next man up is the way it goes. We got 4 down linemen and 3 linebackers. We send the middle. The ball's loose again.
That might be us. That might be us.
Let's see who picked it up. No signal yet.
Got it back.
That is the second time in a row when Hampton County's had their hands on the ball and they lost it.
22 recovered it, Zion.
Yep.
Credit the potential Mr. Football player number 22, Zion Dobson, who's had sort of a mixed review on his night tonight. As the Hurricanes are looking at a 2nd down and 9.5. 2 minutes, 40 seconds to go. Third quarter, man goes in motion. Chris Terry, the quarterback, fakes it to Zion, wants to throw it to number 8 downfield.
No way.
Nate Sturm on the coverage, incomplete. The safety also was over there.
That was great coverage by him. He didn't fall for the fake. He kept sinking.
Nate
Josh Goodman was the intended receiver.
3rd down.
And now it's a 3rd down. And still around 9 yards to go at the 2.5-minute mark. And man, if the Sharks can stop them here, that would be big. If we get it back on offense, leading by 2 touchdowns this late in the ball game, don't count your chickens, but the eggs are getting warm. Chris Terry, the quarterback.
Yes!
Oh, he's bowled under in the backfield by a whole bunch of Land Sharks. Let's look at this replay.
Ben Britton hit him first.
He was hit both by Ben Britton and by number 84. Both defensive ends swarmed in there. And boy, have things shifted in favor of the Land Sharks when we thought those big D linemen and offensive linemen for Hampton County were wearing us down.
Right.
Now it looks the other way.
LaPrade is worked up on the sidelines right now.
And the Hampton County punter is out there, Gavin Gaspar, standing at our 45.
Fake.
It's a fake punt. Pass over the middle. It's complete.
Wow.
And it's not enough.
First down. Not
enough.
First down.
Not enough. We tackled him. It looked like Johnny Gunn was right there.
I caught that. Yeah. Wow.
Let's look at the replay on that one as well.
Caught the end of it.
Dion in on that one. And boy.
Well, that's pretty telling.
Yeah.
That's pretty telling.
That's pretty desperate.
Indeed it is.
Still a whole quarter left.
And no kidding. I mean, but, you know, they closed a 14-point gap in one quarter earlier in this game because the Sharks were up by 14 at the end of the first, and we went into halftime tied at that same mark. As Aiden Manavian, the freshman, comes out with Cale Gilchrist this time at running back, but he
still
was
cover zero.
He was throwing it a lot on our last drive. And again, this time he's dropping back. He's got plenty of time. Oh, my goodness. Wilbur Gilio's in the end zone.
I got that one on replay.
Say good night. Yeah, baby.
And the Sharks are putting an exclamation point on this third quarter.
Great play.
My goodness.
Number 7, Will Virgilio, good for a Land Shark.
We know grandparents George and Pat down in Vero Beach, and all their cronies are jumping and partying tonight. Big catch by Willio Virgilio.
Guys, it was just a minute ago, this game was tied up at 14.
Jeez. You're not kidding.
And now it's 41-21, and that'll make it 42-21. As the Land Sharks put more touchdowns than I can even count up here in this third quarter.
They've really put the accelerator on now.
It's time to keep eating, boys. Time to keep eating right now.
It's gone.
And I'll say again, nothing but respect to this Hampton County team. Even though they've disintegrated a little bit here in this third quarter, they got visitor stands full of people from a small county in South Carolina that's had a really big year of high school football, and we only congratulate them. And we're, of course, partisans on behalf of the Land Sharks and hoping that the Land Sharks will win this one, but nothing but respect.
28 points is the most that's ever been scored on Hampton County this year, so this is unfamiliar territory to them. But listen, let's not count any eggs or chickens or hatchings. Minute 31 to go in the third quarter.
I said the eggs were getting warm.
Yeah.
They might have popped open one or two on that one.
Yeah.
All right, Quinn Mahoney now kicking it off for I don't know how many times in the third quarter alone. The Hampton County receiver takes it at 2. He's across up to the 20. That's number 0, Jalen Singletary. And Hampton County is going to have 1st and 10 on their own 23-yard line. And boy, credit our defensive coaches for adjusting to the loss of the missile.
Oh, bringing Maxie back and moving Ben out and bringing Carson Lee in, huge call there. Good. Listen, in the face of some pretty strong adversity with Miles out. Miles is the heart and soul, he and Ben, of that defense. But moving Maxie back to his natural position, the linebacker, is where he needs to be. It's paying off.
Yeah, great job by them. Yeah.
Chris Terry, the quarterback, takes it, gives it to Zion.
Come on.
Zion following one of those big offensive linemen, number 56.
Carson Lee.
DeMonte Mathis, that lineman leading there, and Carson Lee on the tackle.
So good to see Carson back playing. He's had tough luck the last 2 years, but it's awesome to see him playing offensive defensive line.
He had tough luck last week. He had the flu and lost 15 pounds.
Oh, no.
22 is down.
Zion Dotson, that looks like a cramp there.
Pickle juice.
Official timeout.
It was interesting hearing the Hampton coach talk about their uniforms and how he had to be talked into the Carolina blue helmets.
Good looking.
They are. I think those are some fine-looking uniforms. As we see our co-defensive coordinator out there now talking to our guys.
It's Salazzo. Where is he? There he is.
Standing on the 30-yard line.
Coach LaPrade, bunch of trainers, getting some fluid in them.
We got a scoring update, guys. Gray Collegiate in the fourth quarter is up 20-12 over Abbeville.
Ooh.
And it will be interesting politically if Gray and Oceanside are playing for a state championship next week.
If it's Oceanside and Abbeville,
a lot of people won't like that, but we'll love it.
And, of course, we've got Coach Rivens here, who coaches Atlantic Collegiate up in the Myrtle Beach area, who just concluded their first season of football with a 5-3 record.
Yes, sir.
And what are you looking next year? How are you looking?
We figure we're going to probably get in the 2A region, move up, and once we get put in the region, and then we'll see. But we're excited about it. Got a lot of young kids that got to grow up, get stronger, bigger, stronger, faster. But ended the season well.
Of course, the South Carolina High School League recently changed the way classifications are done. How do you think that'll affect Oceanside next year?
I think it'll bump Oceanside up to 3A. Like I said, we were supposed to start 1A, and it bumped us up to 2A. So I think they'll probably go up a class, which I think they'll be fine because we were 3A about 3 years ago. So don't think it'll be affecting a lot.
And Coach Chad Greer was on the phone earlier with us, and he was talking about how in the first season of Oceanside football, Wade Hampton walloped the Land Sharks. That was before Coach Greer's arrival. 6 of our guys had concussions in that game. And I don't know the score, but it was bad.
If I remember, I think it was 63-0.
And then what happened the next time these teams?
Next year we beat them probably the same reverse score.
And that would have been Sam Hartman's year?
Yes, Sam Hartman's senior year. I was just talking to one of the parents, and he remembered, you said it was concussion. He said it was like a mass unit. Guys wouldn't go in. They were faking injuries. They didn't want to go that first. He said they couldn't get guys to finish the game. So, it's wild how far it's come since then.
Dobson comes off the field.
We're close to the end of the third
that's what
quarter.
I thought it was reversed.
It feels like this quarter has lasted a lifetime, really.
So they already changed it to Hampton County.
The score was 14 apiece at halftime, and now it's 42-21 as offensive fireworks and defensive big plays and turnovers have factored in. Chris Terry, the quarterback, is going to run this one for a first down. He's up to the 39-yard line. Terry faked that one to Zion.
Zion's out.
Well, Zion's out, so he faked it to the running back and kept it himself. And now the Hurricanes have it 1st and 10 on their own 39-yard line.
Looks like it's going to be the last play of the quarter here.
Yeah, a little bit more time on the game clock than the play clock. They're going to have to run one more play here. As Chris Terry comes in at quarterback, fakes the handoff to number 0. He has number 8 downfield wide open. I can't tell if he caught it or not. He was out of bounds, so that's incomplete. That'll make it 2nd and 10. And now that's the end of the third quarter. A very exciting third quarter filled with points. And the Land Sharks now lead it 42-21.
We got a score update down the street. Somerville 14, White Knoll 21 in the fourth quarter.
Somerville ranked number 1 in 5A, undefeated this season. The only other team from the Charleston area in the playoffs besides the Land Sharks. And White Knoll is leading them. Did you say that was fourth quarter?
Yes, sir.
We got Neil Diamond music playing now. There's nothing to fire a team up like Neil Diamond. I think we usually save Sweet Caroline for after the game is over.
Well, so if you're from the Northeast, at the baseball games, they play this in the 7th inning.
Well,
which I guess could be going into the 4th. Is it similar?
Well, the fans of Oceanside and the players are all singing in an animated fashion to Sweet Caroline. And I'm going to spare you all my rendition of it. But Coach Robbins, I bet you could carry it to me.
I could carry it right out the door.
64. Oh, that's Ben. That's 54. My eyes.
All right, 2nd down and 10 now. We're waiting to see if Zion Dobson's going to come back in. Right now, he's not in there.
Is that
They're
jet
gonna
motion?
do a jet sweep. And we try to bring him down, but the slot receiver on the right side still has it.
Go
He
for that
comes
10.
out of bounds. C.J. Moskos forces number 9, Zamone Lofties, out. And Zamone, the guy who had the big kickoff return earlier that ended up in a fumble that Oceanside recovered, but he has a big offensive play this time for Wade Hampton.
There it is. Headset
on me.
Watch the jet. They run that jet motion. They'll run a pot pass out of that.
Man, I'm glad it's Black Friday. Those things got to be half price, right? Chris Terry now has 3 wideouts as he's looking at a 1st and 10. He gives it. Zion is back in there, but we hit him.
Stuck.
Dobson only able to pick up about 3. Let's make it 2nd down and 7.5 for Hampton County. What you get when you merge a Gator with a Red Devil is a Hurricane. And they've had a great season of football this year.
The Hurricane may be blown away.
And they're in trouble now as they are in the 4th quarter. Terry throws it wide receiver screen over the left side.
Tackle, guys.
It's caught, but he gets past our guy.
Jeez.
I don't know how we didn't make that tackle. But number 1, Jalen Singletary, took that forward for a 1st down, and Hampton is threatening again now. Ball inside the 15-yard line at the 13 where they have it 1st and 10. Another momentum shift, Chris.
Yeah, just can't let a quick score go here, right? They're down 3 scores, and so you just don't want to give up that big play. That last big run, or a few plays ago, was not ideal for the Oceanside, but Hampton County not backing down.
Jet sweep, same guy, number 9. Carries it around the left side, has good yardage. Simone Lofties takes it down to about the 6-yard line, maybe the 7. That'll make it 2nd down and 3 for the Canes.
The clock is moving.
Yeah, you just got to burn the clock as much as possible. And then when we get the ball back, you got to make some 1st downs, Coach Robbins.
No doubt. Have to burn some clock on your end, too.
Terry takes the shotgun snap. He gives it to Zion. Zion bangs into a couple of black jerseys. Cale Gilchrist and Maxie Mormon. And I would not want to run into those 2 guys at the same time. But it's going to be 1st and goal nonetheless.
2.
For Hampton County at the 2-yard line. And the Hurricanes are knocking on the door, but they're way down here. By 3 touchdowns. As Zion takes the handoff, and he's not going anywhere. Big Mike Jones among many, bringing him down. Wright Jones is 15 years old now, I think.
He is. I hope he can stretch on out, man. He's a Power 5 player, but he just got to get that height.
How tall is he?
He's 6 foot, 6'1".
Get him on the stretching rack.
Right.
Coach Ravens.
Now Hampton County's looking at a 2nd and goal. They lost a little bit, 2 yards there. And now they're on the 4-yard line, 8:52 to go. Clock moving in favor of the Sharks right now. We got a different Wildcat formation.
Yeah. Oh!
Helmet's off.
The helmet comes off. That was a disastrous play. Number 9, Zamone Lofty's in there.
Big Ben.
Sorry, that was number 3, Xavier Garvin. And a flag comes in late.
Flag on the play.
Anybody see what that was?
I think they're going to call because you're supposed to stop when your helmet come off. Yeah, they're going to call it on number 3. He kept trying to run the ball on his helmet.
I don't know that he had a lot of choice there.
He tried to duck.
He was fighting for his dang life.
That was an interesting play call, guys. Sorry.
Yeah.
You got Mr. Football in the backfield, and you direct snap it to someone besides him.
But Zion hadn't done much since he went out with that cramp. Yeah. I wonder if he's suffering some ill effects of that. Injuries have played such a big role. Well, I say that. What I should say is the Sharks have had some major injuries this season. Finn Johnson, one of their big offensive linemen, went out. And then Edward Rodenbach, their quarterback, went out. Then James O'Connor, their freshman running back, went out in the last game of the season. Tonight we lost Miles Robinson.
I thought it was 4th down, so they gave him the
No, it was 3rd.
The 3rd. It should be 4th. They must have gave him the play over after the helmet. They must call it dead. They said it's still 3rd down. It was 3rd down last.
I think they got the 1st down, the last 3rd down. So they reset.
Well, what I do know is they had a 1st and goal on the 2.
Right.
And now they have a 3rd and goal on the 29.
This is right. It's 3rd down.
Terry back in at quarterback, whistles blow before the play can get off.
Timeout, Oceanside.
And the Sharks call a timeout, as Dion said, at the 8:14 mark. We're in the 4th quarter. Sharks now cruising in a game that it looked early in the 3rd quarter like the Sharks are going to lose, frankly. After a big touchdown run by number 22. But as Coach Riven said, it's not a time to panic. And the Sharks didn't panic. They regrouped, and boy, did they.
They clamped it down after that. They really focused in and locked them down on defense, and then, great.
Oh, man, have we got a score update. It's a final. Gray Collegiate wins the Upper State Championship over Abbeville by a big score, 27-12. And so Gray is going to the state championship game against one of these 2 teams. And right now, Chris, who do you think that might be?
Well, I'm a terrible gambler, so I'm not even going to wager. Because if I say it, the opposite will happen.
I'll say it. It's going to be a charter 2A championship.
A lot of haters.
Hey. Coach Rivens didn't get where he is without telling the truth.
There's that pot pass.
Fake Jets beat, a sweep, and a pass completed all the way down to the 7, maybe the 6-yard line to Hezekiah Abram, number 1. But that's going to put Hampton County in a 4th down situation. They're going to say he was down at the 7-yard line. So 4th and goal now from the 7 for Hampton County, fighting and clawing, trying to stay alive here with their hopes of a state championship appearance dimming in the Charleston night. Sharks defense looking spry here in the 4th quarter. Wow. Pass over to number 7. We hit him, but he still stays on his feet and pushed out of bounds by Cale Gilchrist and Maxie Mormon.
Yep.
And that's going to be a turnover on downs. And Dandy Don Meredith is getting ready to sing here with 7:25 to go. I don't want to be premature, but the momentum that shifted back and forth earlier in this ball game has really stuck with the Land Sharks.
I think it's a classic case of Hampton County. A lot of these kids probably hadn't even been close to this round their whole career, and I think when they came in, they expected, because they've been riding high. And, you know, once you see the Oceanside people, they kept fighting, but then Oceanside, I think, experience of being here just kind of wore them down.
Aiden has played the whole game at quarterback. He's going to give this one off to the running back. I can't tell who that was.
Kale.
All right, Kale again. We haven't seen Mike Strickler all tonight, and he was starting at running back previously in the playoffs. Not sure about that. Second down and about 4.5. A little bit of confusion. Kale coming out now on offense. Will Virgilio at the running back spot. 2 wideouts, double tight ends. Aiden Manabian, the quarterback, gives this one to Virgilio.
Nice
Man,
block.
he's got some blocking on that left side.
Come on.
They're going to call holding.
Was that a holding?
They're going to call it on the receiver, but I don't know
On the
if he
receiver,
helped.
I was watching Owen Millard there.
Owen Millard,
walking
too.
downfield.
I was watching as well, Dion. Man, he put in a big block there. It didn't look like holding to me. But the referee, who counts, is wearing a white hat.
Coach is saying it was on our receiver, not on Owen.
Yeah, it looked like they called it on the wideout. They threw it back here at the end.
Gavin Gaspar, I think, was the wideout on that side. Nope.
Couldn't see. Gotta get that clock rolling.
Yeah.
Do we get the first down and then is it a spot of the foul?
We're gonna run the ball and just keep in bounds.
Right.
That's what I would imagine here.
Oceanside crowd excited to see the Sharks leading here, but the Hampton County band is making a lot of noise across the field. As Aiden, with a little confusion in the backfield, winds up keeping it himself and doesn't pick up much. Sorry, you're right. Number 7, Will Virgilio. And he has a yard or 2, and now the Sharks are looking at a 3rd and 1, and they really would like to pick up this short yardage first down. As Gilchrist comes out, Johnny Gunn coming in. He's going to play H-back in all likelihood. Nope. Now Kale comes in and Virgilio comes out. A little bit of confusion on offense.
No, now Will's back in. Johnny Gunn's out.
More than a little bit of confusion.
They got to hurry up. They better hurry up.
They got 5 seconds to get this play off. It ain't going to happen, I don't think. It does. As Will Virgilio and the quarterback position gets it across the 25 up to the 26 and a big first down for Oceanside.
Big first down.
That's good for our next one. First down.
At the 5:22 mark, the Sharks are moving it on the ground for the first time tonight, really, when they kind of need to run the clock out.
And maybe some of the dream is gone for the Hampton County kids. It's hard when you're down 21 points with 4 minutes or 5 minutes to go.
Quick pass. Trey Brown has it. Nice move. Trey across the 40. They trip him up and bring him down, but Trey Brown has 15 yards and another Land Shark first down.
I was banging.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel right, not saying.
I'm happy not doing it. We've said it so many times this year.
Yeah, I said earlier, Mex One's got more than their money's worth this season.
Indeed.
But we certainly appreciate their sponsorship, and we dig their tacos and quesadillas. Oh, and they're banging shrimp.
Why are we going so fast?
Aiden tosses it to C.J. Moskos over on the left side. C.J. up to the 50-yard line. What year is C.J.?
He is a senior.
He is having one heck of a season, and boy, has he had some big plays tonight, Swish.
Yeah, he has. He likes this field. This field likes him. He had that blocked punt a couple of weeks ago. Big touchdown catch, and then recovery on the fumble. This field is good to him.
He had 2 great defensive plays, too, over on the other side of the field in the first half.
Let's talk about some of our offensive linemen who've been in the trenches all night tonight, keeping this game going as we're looking at a 2nd down and 2. Will Virgilio keeps it at quarterback and wills all the way up to the 36-yard line. And the Sharks have a 1st down.
Yeah. Charlie Bean putting in work at center right there.
Charlie, Mike, Big Mike.
Owen.
You got Owen. You got
Carson Lee and Ben.
Lee and Big Ben. I mean, Ben, Mike, and Carson have been playing both ways this whole half, and they've dominated on both sides.
Slow down, guys. You got 15 seconds left in the play clock.
Sharks are all accelerator and no brakes as they're trying to put this game away. We hit the 4-minute mark way ahead. Hand off to Cale Gilchrist. Cale, 30. He has a 1st down as he crosses the 25-yard line.
Hey, I tell you, it's nothing like, as an offensive lineman, you know, they know you're going to run and you still running on them and run it down their throat.
And as we do this, folks, we want to tell you this will be our last game of the season.
I think so.
Maybe.
Dion has the eternal flame of hope that we can do the next game, but I'm not sure if we will be able to do so because of the rights.
If there's any way we can, we will. Last year, we couldn't do the state championship game. I actually watched it on TV as Aiden hands that one off to the running back who has some good yardage down to about the 17-yard line. That was Cale Gilchrist again. But if it is our last ball game, I want to say what an honor it's been to work with all you guys.
It's been fun.
The big dog.
Dion has done a great job taking over for Scott Kraftchick, who took this thing to a whole new level.
He set it up. It was very easy.
And Chris Swisher, my dear friend, has been great to have by my side up here doing these games, and I don't have much more fun doing anything.
Well, you don't even have a kid at Oceanside anymore, so the pleasure has been all of ours, and thanks for bringing the games to us every week.
Cale Gilchrist breaks through a tackle down inside the 10 to the 5 and another 1st down. He was down. The referee says he was down. And a big flag flies up late there. I didn't see why.
It's going to be a little chirping going on, I would imagine.
Score update. Somerville lost to White Knoll.
Oh, man. Looks
21-14.
Looks like the Land Sharks are going to be the only football team from Charleston to make it to the finals. But congratulations to Somerville on what was a great season. And I ain't going to skip over Scott Kraftchick, who also doesn't have a son playing this year, but has played a great role for us in so many different ways, getting us where we are and running the camera here for us tonight and at other times. And we have another score, South Florence, a final 28-21 over Irmo.
So who are they playing? Who are they going to be playing? South Florence against?
South Florence last year was 15-0 and won the state championship in the 4A region. And I don't know the answer to Dion's question. We'll have to see. It's 1st and goal, though, right now for the Land Sharks with Will Virgilio and the Wildcat. He's going to go behind that strong left side.
Good shot.
Will Virgilio, did he get into the end zone? A flag goes way up high in the air.
They'll call it on Ben.
Ben for blocking too far.
roughness. He blocked the guy to the fence. And he wouldn't let him go.
Oh, you can't help but chuckle a little bit. Ben Britton, and now he's doing a little jig. He's like, all right, I'll take that 15.
Right.
Too much blocking.
Right.
Ben Britton.
Oh, they called it on the other guy. Good.
Well, they called it on what?
They called it on the other guy. But Ben took him to the fence. I guess he did something after it.
Well, Ben Britton, let's talk about him for just a second, Coach. He played both ways. He's our left tackle. He plays on our defensive line. And he's a man.
Hey, like I said earlier, he's an ultimate warrior. He gives it to you every play on both sides of the ball. He doesn't take a play off. He plays hard to the whistle on every play on both sides of the ball.
We're inside the 2-minute mark, and Coach Chad Wilkes, in his second year as the head coach at Oceanside, is about to make his second appearance in the state championship game. It'll be his third straight appearance in a state championship game because he was in there with the 1A school, I think Lamar, before he came here. And so he knows what it's like to be under the lights. He hasn't won one of those games yet, but next week he's going to face off against Gray Collegiate for the 2A state championship. And where's that game going to be?
So it's on Thursday at 7:30 at SC State in Orangeburg.
Wow, that's great. That's a lot closer to Charleston.
But it is a Thursday game. Thursday the 30th.
Yeah, back to Chad and his staff. They've done a great job all season. But their second half, that third quarter adjustments they had on both sides of the ball really was impressive because they shut them down on defense, and offensively they were scoring points. Hats off to you. And thank you guys for having me up here. I really enjoyed it. I've never been up here, but I've enjoyed it.
Well, we've enjoyed you. And
great having you here.
You've added a whole lot to our broadcast. We appreciate Coach Rivens, and we wish the best to you and Atlantic Collegiate next season. And we're so glad to see you having that head coaching opportunity, and hope you'll be playing next year for a state championship, and if not next year, then soon thereafter.
Thank you.
And I'll tell you, Coach Rivens is beloved by the Oceanside community for all he contributed to this program, as Will Virgilio is going to take the snap and take a knee in the victory formation, as Oceanside is going to win this game by a score of 42-21. But to complete the thought about Coach Rivens, we had Mark and Gobby Gauze up here at halftime visiting, and of course their son Will Gauze played offensive line for the Sharks for 4 seasons, and Coach Rivens was his coach, and they wanted to come up and give him a hug and tell him how good it is to see him here. And you know, Coach Greer always talks about football family, and the Oceanside team really is a football family.
No doubt, no doubt. All you guys included. It's a total
great win.
And folks, this ball game is going to be over.
Hey, that second half, guys, we came out, we were flat. All of a sudden, it just flipped. That was amazing.
I'm kind of looking forward to watching this game sometime over the weekend again, because it was a real fun game to watch. And the Oceanside Land Sharks, after slugging it out with Hampton County, come out on top by a final score of 42-21. Oceanside next Thursday night, will be playing at South Carolina State in Orangeburg against Gray Collegiate, 2 charter schools facing off against one another. They used to play every year in the regular season. They don't anymore. I won't go into why. I'm not even sure I know why, but every game that they faced off against each other in during those regular season games were close contests, Coach.
Yeah, in Oceanside, we still hold the trophy, so I'm sure they're going to want to try to get it back. We won the last game, so we got the trophy still. They have it in the mantle, so I'm sure they're going to get fired up to try to get it back.
It should be a very good ball game. We thank you all for joining us, because if it wasn't for your interest, we wouldn't be here doing this. And if there's any way we can be here for the championship, we will. Otherwise, somebody will be back here next season. So for Chris Wisher, Dion Welch, Scott Kraftchick, and Coach Antoine Robbins, I'm Robert Brunson. Thanks for joining us.
Dion.